Welcome to Valentine, Nebraska for tonight's meeting of the Winter Warriors and the Valentine Badgers. Bob Connett on the call, Marty Peterson here with me. It's an absolutely gorgeous night. Marty, what do we expect tonight?
Well, big dose of Jacob Hand from Valentine. They had a big game against Ainsworth. He's the go-to guy, and they're big up front. And we expect a, between the tackles kind of game tonight.
Always a physical game, always a game with a lot of emotion. Let's jump back first before we get into tonight's game too much. But last game for the Warriors, we of course had that bye week last week. Our last game was against Bonham 2 weeks ago. Exciting ball game. Warriors really dominated the line of scrimmage, had good balance with the backs. Tyrell Haley with a big game, about 120 yards rushing and a couple touchdowns. He hit a couple big plays off the play action as well. Nate Galbraith with a strong game running the ball. Great defensive effort by the Warriors with the exception of a couple breakdowns, and those both resulted in touchdowns. One on a play action pass down the middle, and one on a run by Chase Corton where he broke a tackle, got to the edge, and there's not many defenses got somebody that are going to catch that kid anyway, and when he got in the open territory, he went 70-plus yards for a touchdown. Honestly, from my perspective, Marty, about the only two real defensive breakdowns in that game.
Yeah, and you don't want to expect those things, but it's certainly a possibility, and you should expect them from those guys. They're explosive teams, but with the exception of those two plays, we did a heck of a job on defense against them.
The other thing that really stood out to me is we were very smart on special teams. Did our best to kick away from Corton and Young, their two athletic guys against Bonham. We're going to have a similar situation like that tonight with Jacob Hand. We'll get into that in a little bit as we get through our pregame here. But it was a very smart game on special teams. Sam Nas did a nice job kind of doing some directional punting, keeping the ball away, limiting returns. Our coverage was good. Kick coverage was very good as well. Shorter kickoffs, but again, limiting that return. And quite honestly, you'd rather see that short kickoff and have them take the ball at the 35-yard line than maybe have a boomer and have them take it at the goal line and have a chance to take it all the way back, even if they do get tackled at that same 35-yard line. It just limits the chances of something bad going wrong.
I think especially the way our defense is playing, you'll trade field position for, the taking a big play out of the equation.
Tonight's opponent, we talked about, Valentine Badgers. They come into the game 2-1 with a 19-16 win over Ainsworth, a 32-30 win over Gordon Rushville, and then last week they got beat 40-0 by Shadron. Shadron, a perennial, pretty solid program in Nebraska, and they really took it to Valentine last week. Kind of took Hand out of the game. He only had 83 yards rushing in that game. And they also forced 7 Valentine turnovers, 9 penalties in that game for the Badgers, and kind of a dominating performance from Shadron, a team that I think has a lot of comparable attributes as our Winter Warrior team. I think we're going to go ahead and step into our interview, pregame interview done with Coach Dan Aker. Had a chance to sit down and visit with Coach Aker, get some thoughts on tonight's game and on last week and on the season. So we'll go ahead and share that with you. Winter High School head football coach Dan Aker. Good evening. We are here tonight with Winter High School head football coach Dan Aker. And Coach, let's go back a couple weeks to the Bonham game. I think your overall execution was very good, and your key points for that game were met well. With the exception of 2 big plays, your lines really dominated the line of scrimmage. What was the aspect that you felt like your team took a big step forward from game 1 to game 2?
Well, I think offensively, Bonham was probably was the first team that really kind of mixed up fronts on us, and we worked on that hard. And, you know, to have kind of an inexperienced offensive line, a lot of things change blocking-wise, but just subtle changes of a line adjustment or blitzes, and that takes time to figure out. I thought we made a nice step forward and communicated and recognizing that stuff up front. And, you know, that's something that has to take place every week because, you know, we see so many different types of defenses or things that try to stop what we're doing. Communication and recognizing, you know, how we're going to execute that was big. So I saw a nice step forward at that. Defensively, obviously, I thought coming out of the Chamberlain game, we really needed to work on, let's recognize formations and let's get in the line. And that's what, if we're not in line right, we're going to have a hard time. And one thing that Bonham brought for a challenge, we ran so many formations and so many receivers out there. I thought we did a pretty good job. We didn't see a couple times maybe we were running around a little bit, but compared to the Chamberlain game when it seemed like, which wasn't that complicated of an offense, we had linebackers and secondary running all over the place. So I like that mental part of it that we adjusted to from week 1 to week 2, and that again is kind of a process. But I thought those 2 things probably stuck out the most.
I guess really, with the exception of the long Corton run, tackling was real well.
Yeah, and that's got to be a focus every week, you know. And they brought a challenge because of pursuit angles, and you can tell our guys how fast they are, but until we can't simulate that. I mean. We have some pretty speedy guys too, but you know most of those are doing the drills, trying to work on that, and that was probably the comment we had. A couple of them after we gave up the run. That was a missed tackle and bad poor angles. Period. Not to take anything away from the athlete that made the run, but it shouldn't have happened. And the response was, "Oh yeah, he is fast." Yeah, right. That's what we said. So,
Coach, you had Nick Hassel over 100 yards the first game. Tyrell Haley topped that benchmark in the second game. Really, you got 4 players in that backfield who on any given night can have that big night for you. That's got to make you feel good calling plays, right?
Yeah, that is nice. And it even goes deeper than 4 if we wanted to. I mean, Riley Frazier's been in there at fullback, and Tyrell's moved a little wing back. We really wouldn't hesitate to go in Windsor Berry or Cameron Kyle. And, you know, Nate is a really good running quarterback, strong running quarterback with decent speed. So he's just another running back there for us, too. You can kind of go with maybe who's got the hot hand that night or what plays are working best, and that's kind of what we do. I don't really, you know, in your back of your mind, you always try to keep the carries pretty even and keep it balanced, but, you know, sometimes you look at the stats afterward and going, holy cow, I gave them the ball a lot, but it makes it tough on defenses too, and they all bring a unique, different style to it, so, yeah, it's a good problem to have to spread that well.
Tonight's opponent is Valentine Badgers. This is our longest consecutive opponent. We played the Badgers every year all the way back to 1960 and many times before that. Your Warriors have won 7 in a row against them. What's the aspect of a rivalry game like this that makes it fun for you as a coach?
Well, this one in particular, I think, means a lot to me because, quite honestly, they were the one team that we couldn't get in my first 5 years here. Every other team we've been able to manage a W against, and so it came really more of a preparation thing from a personal aspect. This one's a little unique, I think, because I don't know if our kids really interact much with the Valentine kids, so that kind of takes the different life of maybe a truer rival. You see them on the basketball court, that it gets pretty rough and physical. I don't know if they really, I wouldn't say they're enemies or anything, but we just don't really probably get along that well, and it turns into a physical game, and both teams really want it, and I think both communities really want it. So It's one of those games where I think you can truly probably throw out the record a lot of times because it's just going to matter of both teams are going to play hard. And that rivalry, if you look at the history of it, went back and forth a lot, and then it went in streaks here. They got 7 in a row, now we've got the last 7, and obviously from our end, we want to keep that going, and they want to break it. So it really, sets up, I think, for a really good game again this week.
Valentine is led by Jacob Hand, a very dynamic player. He's their leading ball carrier, receiver, and also their leader in the return game, a 3-year starter. With players like Hand, Corton from Bonham, West from Parkston on your schedule, you see some real gifted returners. How do you feel about your kick and punt coverage thus far?
Well, I thought we did a pretty good job against Bonham without question, but we weren't going to kick to him either. I think tonight I don't know if we'll shy away from him unless he shows us that it'll take one for us to stop doing that. But that's the nice thing about when you have a lot of kids out and maybe some underclassmen that are fighting for positions, because they really take pride in that special teams. And we've got good athletes at that age too, that we can get starters off, and those guys can get in there and kind of prove themselves. I've been very happy with our coverage teams, but we got to be smart about it as well. And we've never really, since I've been here, had a kicker that'll consistently kick it through the end zone. We just haven't had it. And we work a little bit on trying to pick spots, but that doesn't always work either. So it's important that we get the coverage down there. But a big part of it is you got to be smart and try not to put yourself in situations where guys like that can really hurt you.
In the past few seasons, Valentine has really packed the box with 9 or 10 guys around the ball. They prefer to play a blitzing 4-4 most of the time against you. What do we expect to see tonight from the Badgers on offense and defense?
Offensively, similar to what they've been doing, other than they were in the pistol the last 3-4 years, and then now that Coach Bebout took over, traditionally under center with a lot of I twins, trap, counter, option, and some play action. And they're different than Bonham, where Bonham would throw. We had to prepare for so many different formations. Not a lot of formations tonight. I think they kind of do similar to what we do. We don't have to do a lot, but try to be good at what you do. Big up front. And will be the best line we've seen. So we've got to be really disciplined defensively and they pull almost on every play. Linebackers have gotten better at that, but we're going to have to really be good at following our pulls and taking us to the play. And then, your right hand is a very strong runner, and he gets the ball a lot, and they want to go to him, not only handing it off, but on screens. So we're going to have to tackle there. And you're also right offensively. Defensively, they like their 4-4, but they'll bring backers a lot. So that kind of goes back to what we talked about when our offensive line, getting their eyes up and seeing that and making those line calls. And we've worked a lot on that the last week and a half, really just turning the house on them and making our guys understand where they're coming and make the appropriate line calls. But the big thing offensively is understanding where the point of attack is and make your blocks, and then we'll go from there. But they're a solid team.
Should be a fun one. Quickly, Coach, freshman and JV teams both seem to be off pretty solid starts. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're seeing in the sub-varsity squads and who's working their way up their ladder from those underclassmen?
Start with the freshmen. I've been really impressed with them from day one of their willingness to jump into drills and the team and just stick their head in there, and that's from top to bottom. All 14 of them have done a really good job, and I think that Ty Bolden and Levi McClanahan have actually still come over quite a bit during our team period and get some experience with their older guys. JV level, we really expect to be a pretty darn good JV team with our sophomores we have there, and some of them are getting some varsity action already. Jordan Turgeon, Chet Bryan. We do play Drew at quarterback because he needs a rep. We don't play him in defense. But Cameron Kyle, Caleb Brozig, Wyatt Ewing. There's a lot of guys that have, got our notice. And if you see Friday nights, we've got a set rotation, and a lot of those guys are getting in and getting playing time. And that's just making them better and us better at both levels.
Last question. What's the personality this team seems to be developing for you this season?
Well, I think most years really kind of take after what the seniors are like, and I'm kind of a big proponent of putting a lot of pressure on our seniors as leaders and kind of leaving their mark and what are you going to add to the tradition of winter football. That being said, if you know that this year's seniors, you would probably know that the practice has been kind of fun, maybe a little more laid back than I would like at times. But what I like about that senior class is they're competitors, and they will compete. Sometimes they need to be reminded at times of the seriousness of every minute, but it's kind of fun to have sometimes jokes and stuff at practice, get to know them a little bit better. So, kind of a fun personality this year with those guys. But like I said, they know when it's time to be competitive, and that's what they are. They really compete hard, especially in games. So it's been a fun year so far.
Great. Well, good luck tonight against the Badgers, and let's go get another W.
All right, thanks.
Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership, headquartered in Winter. They now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors Dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
Sometimes the first step is the hardest. But guess what? You've already taken quite a few. So what's holding you back from taking the next one? Nothing.
Welcome back to Valentine, Nebraska. Tonight's matchup between the Valentine Badgers and our Winter Warriors. 2-0 Winter Warriors coming into the game with nice wins over Chamberlain and Bonham. 2-1 Valentine with wins over Ainsworth, Gordon Rushville, and a loss to Shadron last week. Marty, this is a traditional rival for the Warriors. In fact, looking at history, going back, we've played the Valentine Badgers annually every year since 1960, a lot of years before that as well. But we've played this team consecutively since 1960, the longest-running opponent that the Warriors have had. And since that 1960 meeting, 28-25-1, Bubba. That's a pretty even matchup.
And if you said this to me the other day, and I would have guessed we were 15 games over 500 against these guys. And if you talk to our counterparts here in Valentine, I bet you they would have said the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of good matchups over the years, too. I mean, I think back to 1986, Winter comes down. They have an 18-6 lead late in the game. Richard Baraka ends up with a punt return and a long touchdown pass, and all of a sudden Valentine steals a 20-18 win. I think back to 1990. Winter, I believe, was ranked number 1 in the state at the time. Valentine was highly rated. Come down, Valentine got us down here at this field 20-13. That was a great matchup. I think to 1993, a 12-4 Winter homecoming victory. And the Warriors went ahead and just snapped the ball out of the back of the end zone twice on punts when they were deep in their own territory, basically challenging Valentine to run the length of the field, and they just couldn't do it. 12-4, interesting football score. And then I think back to 2003, that was Coach Akers' first year as a head coach here for the Warriors, and his first game was right here on this field. 44-33, Valentine wins that game. That was a darn good Valentine team as well, but kind of established the new tone, come out that double wing that we'll see a lot tonight was running then. Just a lot of memorable ball games. 7 wins in a row for the Warriors coming into this game, but prior to that, 7 wins in a row for Valentine, Marty.
Yeah, and that's the way it's going to be. Just evenly matched teams. The runs are a little surprising, but we're evenly matched. And you highlighted these 4 games. 3 of them we were in the Dome that year.
Yeah.
So we've had good teams at the same time too.
What you're going to see out of these Valentine Badgers is a lot of what you've seen over the years. You're going to see that blitzing 4-4 defense. They like to pack that box when they're on defense against the Warriors. Blake Bebow is their head coach. Blake played quarterback for these Badgers. I believe on the state runner-up team from a few years back that he was their quarterback, if memory serves me correctly. But a good athlete, played some baseball up in Clearfield. And Blake is their basketball coach here as well. So a name that's recognized to me and probably people a few years younger than me. But you're going to see that blitzing 4-4 defense. You're going to see 9-10 guys in the box right there around the ball on the line of scrimmage, basically challenging the Warriors to try to run the ball up the middle and see what you can do. Last few years we've had a lot of success doing that. You're also going to see them run 2-3 wide. You'll see a lot of times 3 wide to the same side, and they'll try to kick that ball out there on a short flat pass and try to get a little outside screen going with that. Special teams, you're going to see the return skills of Jacob Hand. Again, we saw it last game with Corton. You're going to see it tonight. A very gifted returner, great speed, elusive, and somebody that can change the tone of a game in a hurry. You look at what Hand has done in the last few games. Against Ainsworth, he had 280 yards in total offense between rushing and receiving. He had a lot of yards against Gordon Rushville. I don't have those numbers specifically. A lot of return yards against Shadron last week. So a dynamic player and a player that they're going to want to get the ball in his hands as much as they can. Let's talk about some keys to the game, Marty, those Harry K. Ford keys to the game. And the first one that I have here, Marty, limit big plays and make big plays.
And, that was our formula last week. And we just want to stay with it. We Bottom had 2 big plays, but we sustained drives and then hit them with our play action in our counter game and scored on some long runs and one long pass.
Second one I have is control emotions. Anytime you come across the border, the games are officiated just a little bit different. I'm not criticizing Nebraska officiating. I'm saying they handle the game just a little bit different. Maybe the holding calls are more prone to maybe where your hands are as opposed to other calls that you're going to see in South Dakota. Just little subtleties that you sometimes got to make some adjustments to. And the other thing is, this is a rivalry game. These are 2 teams. We talk about it, and I like to talk about this, the fact that these are 2 teams that the only time that these kids really intermingle is on the field, on the court, on the wrestling mat, on the track. It's competition. It kind of takes us back to what rivalry used to be when, a generation ago, before the electronic generation, when kids from the out of town and kids that we were playing against, they were our rivals. And I think this is a game where I feel that tone still. Like I said, this is a long-running rivalry, so it's going to be important to control emotions in this game, stay in control, handle things the Warrior way. And the last thing I have, Marty, keep building. We've seen some improvements from this squad from the first week to the second week, and we want to keep seeing that and keep the maturity improving.
And we've got a lot of guys, young guys, starting making their first road start.
Yeah.
And it's just it's not that big a deal, but it's a little different out of their element. But we'll see how they mature here.
We're going to go ahead and step away, recognize some of our sponsors while we have the national anthem. You're watching and listening coverage of Winter Warrior football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Do you remember the days of the hometown general store where everybody stopped and everybody knew everybody? Today, with our busy lives and schedules, some feel we've lost that connection. But it is alive and well today at the M Pride. They want to know your name, how the kids are, how's your day going. We value community and hometown pride. But don't just think we're stuck in the past. We have all the modern day conveniences and comforts you need from us. And when you leave, we want you to have felt at home. We live in this town and care for this town. Here at Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, to remodel, or new addition, to major construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live.
Welcome back to Valentine, South Dakota. We are near kickoff between the Winter Warriors and the Valentine Badgers. Last thing we want to touch on in our pregame show is our Hidden Gems Boutique Picks to Click. Marty, I got a couple, and that's our defensive ends. You're going to see a lot of option. They're going to try to option the ball, getting the ball in the hands of Jacob Hand. So I've got our two defensive ends, Brendan Harder and Crockett Kolakowski. We want to see us stop the option. The other thing is, the last couple of years, Brendan Harder's had success against this team, stepping into that lane, getting a hand, batting that ball down, and creating some plays. So those are my two picks to click. Marty, you got anybody?
I'm going with Nate Galbraith again.
Okay.
You know, a physical runner from the quarterback position, be a tailback most places. That quarterback counter, that quarterback off-tackle power, we want to see him bust another long one tonight.
I would have no complaints with two, Marty. Back to return for the Winter Warriors. They'll be receiving the kick. Valentine won the toss. They deferred. Back deep to return the kick for the Warriors. Sammy Nas and Latrell Turkleson. They're lined up at the 12-yard line. Temperature 76 degrees. Wind is 7 to 9 with gusts up to 14. That's what Marty said. Here's your kick, and we are in action. That ball's going to take a hit at about the 20-yard line, or 30-yard line. I believe that is Tyrell Haley or Cameron Biggins. Cameron Biggins on the return. Cameron from about the 25 to the 42-yard line, 17-yard return for Biggins. Winner takes over, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Gorgeous night, Marty.
Beautiful tonight. Cameron Biggins, a special teams stud for us, making a play right away here to start the game.
Yep, made the first guy miss and got a few extra yards out of it. Cameron, just a kid that goes out there, gives you 100%. He's about 130 pounds right now, and he's going to give you every ounce of effort. Winners in motion. That is Nick Hassel making the first guy miss. Around the corner, he's going to get a gain of about 4 yards for Nick Hassel. We'll call it 6 yards, Marty. 2nd and 4 for the Warriors at the 49-yard line. Gorgeous night here in Valentine, Nebraska.
Beautiful green field too. The facilities look great down here.
2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Ball on the 48-yard line of Winter, just on our side of the 50. Galbraith under center, man in motion. This time is Nas. The pitch going to him. A little bit of traffic in the backfield, and he is going to get about 2 yards on that carry. Going to set up a 3rd and short situation. We'll call it 3rd and 2 for Winter. Sammy Nas with a 2-yard carry.
There's that blitzing 4-4 defense. They had the right call at the right time. You know, inside linebacker to the right side, blitzed and.
Sometimes that up. Yep, sometimes you make it look real good, and sometimes you blitz the wrong way, and you can get burned hard. Or if that blitzer runs past the rusher, they do a nice job of trying to follow our guards. Winner in that double wing formation. Turkleton split this way. Hassel in motion. Inside handoff, and it looks like the ball hit the ground. Yep, looks like there was a muffed exchange. I believe Galbraith fell on top of it, but it is going to set up 4th and 2 for the Warriors. Ball just on the Valentine side of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Early in the game, no decision here. I'd say punter.
Yeah, I think so too, Marty. A little bit of a breeze. I don't think the wind's going to be much of a factor in the kicking game for any team, and looks like that's what the Warriors are doing. Galbraith coming out with the play from Coach Aker, as we know. Always wants his quarterback to come over and get that play. So the Warriors line up 4th and 2. Big play early in the game here.
Might be hard count.
Galbraith under center, and he is going to dive forward for the first down. He's going to get about 4 yards. Marty, that's an advantage of having a 6'3", 190-pound quarterback that has worked his tail off in the weight room.
Yeah, and big sophomore guards just get in right behind them. Big center there, Sachin in the middle, and That's good for 2 yards.
Yep, root it out, get 4 yards, and we'll call it 1st and 10 for our Warriors. Ball at the 46-yard line. Galbraith under center. He's back to pass, and it's a handoff to the end. He's got some room to roll. Harder makes about 18 yards on that. We haven't seen that play. That's a play that Seth Daughters, I think defensive ends and cornerbacks still have fear of Seth Daughters running that play for the Warriors in the mid-knots here for Winter. Seth did some damage running that little tight end reverse like that. But Brendan looked good doing it too there. He takes the ball from the 46-yard line clear down to the 21. We'll call it a gain of 25 for Brendan Harder on the carry. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Handoff up the middle.
Awesome.
Nick Hostel up the middle. He's going to be, that's another 1st down for the Warriors. Gain of about 12 for Nick Hostel. So after converting a 4th down, 2 plays in a row where the Warriors get 1st downs, and looking good up front, Marty.
Yeah, right side of the line, did a nice job there. Hostel just on the, the jet sweep handoff, but it's just an off tackle play, and whittled him out there and got good yards on.
1st and 10, Galbraith under center, double wing for the Warriors, no motion. Pitch to Haley, trying to get to the edge. Corner's coming up. He makes those guys miss. Got a nice block out there from Jaden Schroeder. And who's the other end over there? Looks like Harder out there. Jaden Schroeder getting a nice block, clearing those cornerbacks out, and that clears the way for Tyrell Haley to gain 8 yards on 1st down. It's going to set a second. That looks like it must be a goal situation. Second and goal from about the 3.
Yeah, Jaden Schroeder, a good athletic guard, he runs the 100-meter.
And the best thing about him is he's got 2 years left for Winter. Give up the middle to Haley. That's a touchdown. Winter Warrior touchdown. 8:32 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 for the Warriors. We'll see what the decision is here. I think we've attempted 1 kick this year. Have we even attempted? No, we haven't, Marty. I think we're darn near perfect on our 2-point
5 for 5 against Bonham on 2-point conversions.
So 2-point conversion coming here for the Warriors. Double wing formation. Turkleson split to the left. Galbraith under center. Nas in motion. Counter to Hassel. Squirts it back up the middle. Cuts back, and I think he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Yes, he is. 6-0 is your score. We'll cut to a break. Recognize some of the fine sponsors of Winter Warrior Football. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior Football on WinterWarriorsLive.com.
Winter Regional Healthcare is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in tonight's event. Here at Winter Regional Healthcare, we are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our local hospital and long-term care facility. For more information on the services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities. Honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota. Remember, professional care with a personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare.
Wings and more in the American Legion at 311 Jefferson Street is the official Game Day webcast host for all live productions. Game Day means tailgating, which starts at 5 p.m. and lasts through 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Mona and Kathy will start your pregame off with some incredible specials on their famous wings and beverages, and then you can check out their delicious dinner menu. Our Game Day hosting calendar includes every game, so you don't miss a minute. Plan on stopping by Wings and More for food and beverages and an incredible viewing experience.
Welcome back to Valentine, Nebraska. I'm told that I said Valentine, South Dakota. I guess, sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and keep the border where it is. Sammy Nas to kick for the Warriors. Puts a toe into it. Nice kickoff. Good air. Taking it about the 10-yard line. That is Jacob Hand on the return. And he makes the first guy miss, and he gets to the edge. And Jacob Hand is going to be knocked out of bounds by Windsor Berry at about the 40-yard line. We talked about that in our pregame, a kid that can change a game with returns. Jacob Hand takes that first kickoff, 10, 35, 45 yards on that kickoff return for Jacob Hand.
Another dangerous athlete again, and we got to be careful where we kick the ball.
Made the first guy miss and broke a couple tackles there. Good hard run by Jacob Hand. It's going to set Valentine up 1st and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line. Ball at the Winter 43-yard line. Hand dots the I. Brooks Coleman is your quarterback for Valentine. He had 4 picks last week against Shadron. We'd love to do the same this week. Coleman back, turn and hand off to hand, makes the first guy miss and tackle, and he's dragging some Warrior tacklers, and he gets down to the 33-yard line.
Just your basic off-tackle lead play, ISO play, just one-on-one blocking, and they whipped us on that one.
So the Warriors going to have to step up front, and Hand's going to run the ball hard. Not a big kid, but he runs the ball hard, and he's experienced. He's been a 2-year starter already for these Valentine Badgers. I formation, Coleman gives, fakes to the fullback, makes the end miss, and he's going to be across the 32-yard line. Down at the 31, it's going to be a first down for Valentine.
Yeah, that was option that time. Brennan did a good job, or who's our end on this side? Harder, wasn't he?
Yep, that was Harder on this
side.
Yeah,
did a nice job coming down and making the quarterback keep the ball.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Valentine. Ball at the 31-yard line. That I formation again splits 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Coleman under center, hand off to Hand, left side again, gets through that first layer, and give them credit. They've got a good offensive line. Coach Aker talked about that in the pregame. That was a big hole there on that left side. We're going to have to make some adjustments there, have some kids fill in that spot.
Yeah, big offensive line too.
The other thing I saw there, Marty, we had our linebacker that was in the backfield, but he made that guy miss. So that creates that hole in that second level there, too. So some adjustments that hopefully the Warriors can get made here. It's going to be 2nd and about 6 now for Valentine. Gain of about 4 on first down. Man in motion across from left to right. He comes over, and they have a lot of some adjustments here to the formation, but it's still a give straight up the middle. Hand running hard. It's going to be a short gain of about, we'll call it a gain of about 3. It's going to set up about a 3rd and 4 situation for Valentine.
Yeah, that time they traded the tight end, wanted to get us a little outnumbered here on this side, but our strong safety was already on this side, so we held him to a short gain there.
So nice play by the Warriors. Sets up a 3rd and 4 situation. Ball at the 24-yard line. 6:22 to go. Clock ticking here in the first quarter. Winner with a 6-0 lead in the game. I formations. 2 split to the left for the Badgers. Coleman under center. Hand dot in the I. Coleman the pitch left. Haley coming up hard, and Tyrell Haley with the big hit in the backfield for a loss of about 2 yards. Tyrell read that play, evaded the block, and came in, and with the stick, it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. We'll call it a loss of 2 yards for Tyrell Haley.
Yeah, we had a blitz on the backside. Tyrell did a nice job of seeing the pitch, running under 2 blocks, or running under 1 block, fighting through the second one, and making a nice play to make it a 4th and 5 here.
4th and 5 for the Badgers. Ball at the 26-yard line now. Warriors went for it on first down in their first drive, and now we're going to see a split formation, shotgun. Timeout Valentine. They're going to talk about this play, big play early in the game. We're going to go ahead and recognize some of the fine sponsors of Winter Warrior Football on WinterWarriorsLive.com. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior Football on WinterWarriorsLive.com.
The Winter Bowling Center is a proud sponsor of all the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior action on Winter Warriors Live. For great family action, check out the Winter Bowling Center. We've got a great game room with pool, darts, foosball, pinball, and more. And we've got the best snack bar featuring delicious Mexican dishes, burgers, and of course, Stone Willie pizzas. Call in your order to 842-2287 for free delivery. We've also got an expanded casino room and can host all types of parties and events. The Winter Bowling Center, East Highway 44 in Winter. Mathis Implement is a huge sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior Athletics. And we're your home for huge savings. We've got all the genuine Case IH parts, products, and service programs you need. Schedule your multi-point customized maintenance inspection now. You'll always find the highest quality parts and service. And the Case IH factory-trained technicians at Mathis Implement make sure your equipment stays up and running at peak productivity. Call Mathis Implement 842-3110 or stop out on West Highway 18 in Winter for personal consultation.
4th and 5, Coleman rolling right, nothing doing. He's got a little bit of room to run, gets a nice block out there. gets a nice block out there, and he's going to get a first down. I got to get the program and see who that was. Number 7 for Valentine. That is Cameron Parrott with a big block out there, a decleater block, and it's going to allow Coleman to get 8 yards and a first down for Valentine. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, big hit by Parrott there on, I think that was Galbraith, but keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, and that's one of the advantages of having wide receivers out there that'll get after it. Parrott, not a big kid either, but he came and laid a lick there. When you got your head turned, you got to know where those wide receivers are. Fullback in motion now. Hand is the only guy in the backfield. Hand off to him. Nothing. Oh, he makes first guy miss, and again, it looks like Tyrell Haley in on the tackle. It'd be a short gain. We'll call it a 1-yard gain there for Jacob Hand.
Colton Best with nice penetration there, ready to tackle him for a 3-yard loss, but shifty hand makes him miss, and gets it back to 0 again.
Looks like he was going to be curled in the backfield for a loss, but made him miss. It's going to be we'll call it a gain of nothing. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now. 2nd and 10 for the Badgers. Ball still at the 24-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 split to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion, Coleman fakes the fly. He's looking left, and he just beats that one into the ground. They're trying to set up a screen out there with Hand, and the Warriors had that very well defended. I'm looking to see who that was. I think that was Crockett Krolikowski from his end position out there, staying home. Yep, I believe that's who it was. From his end position, staying in the right place and breaking that play up. Coleman just beat that one into the ground, Marty.
Yeah, and, everybody's going to know where Hand's at every play. So Crockett did a good job seeing him flare out there and followed him and forced a bad pass or forced an incompletion.
3rd and 10 now. 2 in the backfield in that shotgun formation. Parrott in motion, 1 to the right.
That's the illegal formation. Nope.
Snap to Coleman. He's looking left. Puts that one over. Whoa! Puts that one over the middle, kind of in dangerous territory. Looks like Sammy Nas broke that play up, and incomplete pass.
Sam wants that one back. He had 2 hands on it. I bet he's wishing he would have come down with it.
4th and 10 now for the Badgers. 4th and 10 from the 24-yard line. 10th play of the drive now for Valentine. 10th play, and they've gained about 25 yards on this drive. 3:57 to go. Clock stopped. Waiting for the snap. Coleman rolling right, heavy pressure, and he's going to be dogged in the backfield. Crockett Krolikowski with a loss of 10 on that sack. Nice play, loss of 12. Crockett Krolikowski with the sack, and that ends the drive for the Valentine Badgers. They are going to end up gaining about 12 or 13 yards on that drive. They eat about 5 minutes off the clock. Nice play there by Crockett. Just beat his guy, bull rush, and then was able to run down the shifty Coleman.
Great pressure, but we did a good job, too, in the secondary. There was no place to throw it, even if Crockett didn't beat his guy.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Galbraith with the keeper. He makes somebody miss, and he's getting to the edge. Nate Galbraith's got the corner, and he's going to trip up. Gain of about 20 yards for Nate from the 30 to the 50. So Winter gets this drive off to a nice start. Marty, maybe a little bit longer cleats, and he's still running.
Yeah, I think the 49-yard line got him.
So Winter's second drive of the game gets off to a good start. Nate Galbraith with a 20-yard run, and that takes us to midfield. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at midfield. Galbraith under center, man in motion. He's looking right to throw the ball, and kind of forces one. Kind of a dangerous pass, really. He was trying to get that to Haley out there in the flat. Incomplete pass into the ground.
Yeah, blitz right up the middle there with one of the inside backers, and we didn't pick it up, and Nate was under early pressure.
2nd and 10 for the Warriors at midfield. Second drive of the game, 3:23 to go in the first quarter. Clock stopped after that incomplete pass. Gorgeous night here in Valentine. Gorgeous night. Hardly a breeze. Sun's going down there on the western horizon. Just a great night for football. Great night for rivalry football. Galbraith under center. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. They were able to get an ankle on him, but Nate falls forward. Again, we've talked about this, and this is something that sticks out to me, Marty. Young man always seems to be going forward when he's tackled, and with his long frame, that's an extra 2 yards every time.
Yeah, you know, he was hit for no gain, but kept the legs going and leaned forward. Nate's always going forward.
So to set up a 3rd and 6 for the Warriors, ball at the 46-yard line now. Double wing formation, Turkleton split left this way. Nas in motion, fakes the handoff. That's a give up the middle. Haley's got first down yardage and more. He's going to get a gain of about 18 yards. 14 yards. It's going to set up 1st and 10 for the Warriors. I think everybody in the stadium thought that ball was going to Sammy Nas.
Well, and there's the downside of the blitz and 4-4. You know, the blitz, we hit him with a quick trap, and Tyrell quick gain of 20 yards.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. That's their 6th first down of the game now. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 6-0 is your score. 2:32 to go in the first quarter. Bob Connett and Marty Peterson here tonight, bringing the game to you from the top of the stadium. Great vantage point here down at Valentine. Winner double wing formation. Turkleton split left. Hassel's in motion. Pitch is going to him to the right side, short side. Hassel running hard, getting to the edge, and what Nick's getting to the edge? Is he going to... Are they marking him out of bounds? No, touchdown! Touchdown, Nick Hassel! Nick Hassel with a 32-yard touchdown run for the Warriors. That'll put him up 12-0. Nick danced that sidelines, Marty.
Yeah, great balance, great vision, great speed. Hard combination to beat.
And Nick's a kid easy to pull for. He's worked hard. He's a 2-year starter. Started last year, both sides of the ball. Starting this year, both sides of the ball. Kid that isn't going to complain. He's going to give you 100% effort. And Nick's off to a nice start. Hey, he was over 100 yards the first game. So double wing formation. Nas in motion. Pitch is going to Sam. Makes the first guy miss, and he's going to walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 14-0 is your score from Valentine. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior football on WinterWarriorsLive.com.
Life is fast and complicated. Keeping up with family, finances, insurance, and more left you in a state of falling behind? Then call State Farm agent Carrie Jones in Winter to find a simpler state. With Carrie Jones handling all your auto, home, and life insurance, things will slow down, so you have more time for everything else and more money, too. You see, by adding your policies with State Farm agent Carrie Jones, you can earn discounts up to 40%, and this all equals more you time and money. So call State Farm agent Carrie Jones today and catch up to a better state with State Farm.
Sassy Spurs Boutique has expanded. Check out our Western apparel and footwear for men, women's, kids, and infants. Sassy Spurs features Twisted X boots, Hooey caps, Cowgirl Tough, Stetson, and Resistol hats, and Corky's footwear. Need some bling to go with your new threads? Shop our expanding lines of jewelry, purses, belts, buckles, and boot polish. It's all available under one roof at Sassy Spurs on the 4 lanes, and shipping is available by calling 605-842-2400.
Welcome back to Valentine. Bob Connett and Marty Peterson bringing the game to you from the top of the stadium here at Valentine. Warriors off to a great start, Marty. 5 plays, 70 yards, 1 minute and 43 seconds, 14-0 the score.
Yeah, just a nice drive, a good defensive stop. And they had to convert 1 4th down to continue to drive. We stopped them once on 4th down with a sack. Took it 70 yards, you said, and pushed the score to 14-0. Let's see if they kick it to Hand this time.
Yep, yeah. The last time Jacob Hand took it about 45 yards on the return. We'll see what the Warriors do this time. That drive for the Warriors: Galbraith for 20, Galbraith for 4, Haley for 14, Hassel with a 32-yard touchdown run, capped off Sammy Nas with a 2-point conversion carry. 14-0 your score, 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Warriors off to a good start, getting some big plays, and they got the stop, like Marty said, there on 4th down, and kicking deep. And this field in particular, Marty talks about all football fields should run north-south, and this is the time of the day. That sun is vicious. If you are heading west right now, that kickoff from Sam Nas is going to be coming right to those guys. I see Hand's got his hand up in the air, and they kick it deep again. It's going to go to Hand again, and he's going to take it at about the 12-yard line. Getting to that right side again, and this time he's going to be stopped. Trying to see a number here. That looks like number 21, Cameron Kyle, in on the tackle. So they're going to stop him after a gain of about 19 yards on that return for Jacob Handel. Set Valentine up for their second drive at the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10, ball on the 31. 2:02 to go here in the first quarter. Valentine comes out, I formation. Officials timeout for equipment. It looks like we got maybe a little chin strap issue. Nick Hassel got her squared away. That was easy Ed Peppel.
Yes, yeah, Ed on ball.
On the stick, stopping that game. Safety first with Ed Peppel. Oh, that's an illegal motion. Left guard just a little bit anxious. Kind of rocked forward in his stance right before the snap. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Badgers. First penalty of the ball game for either team. March it back 5 yards. It'll set them up 1st and 15 at the 26-yard line.
Got Windsor Berry in at strong safety now here for Nate Galbraith. Windsor's been having a, seen a couple JV games. He's been having a good JV season, so earning some playing time here.
Young man with a lot of physical ability. So 1st and 10, Badgers got 3 split right. Try that pass, and there's a key to game right there. Brendan Harder showing, making us look smart, Marty. Yeah. Brendan, get a hand up there, bat that ball down. That's a 2nd and 15, and that's what we talked about. Those defensive ends curl up there in a hurry. Cut that option off, force that pitch early so your linebackers and quarterbacks can flow up, and they tried that little flat screen pass. Brendan Harder gets his big mid up there, knocks that ball down, 2nd and 15.
And it wasn't just at the line of scrimmage. Brendan got across the line of scrimmage, had to bat that ball down.
He was in the backfield in a hurry.
Quick.
Yep. So I formation again now. Splits to the right and left. Man in motion, left to right. Coleman under center. Give up the middle of the hand, and he's going to be met there. I think that's by Frazier. Riley Frazier meets him in the hole. Going to be a short gain, a gain of about 2 yards on the carry for Jacob Hand. Going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 13 situation.
Hands out with equipment right now.
So their best player off the field, 3rd and 13 for the Warriors. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Frazier did a nice play in there. Stepped up, filled that hole, hit him high, and drove him back. Hit him up around the shoulders, and Hand couldn't go forward.
Would be nice to force a punt here. We still got that sun staring them in the face. Shotgun formation. Coleman waits the snap, looking left. Harder's hanging out there. That's a pitch pass. Brendan Harder, Johnny on the spot right there, waiting for that. Brendan did not come up hard. I think he kind of sniffed that play out. They tried to do the little shovel pass short screen and they got that pitch completed. But number 89, big Brendan Harder, right there with 2 big plays on that drive, batting one down, busting up that pass, incomplete pass. 4th and 12 now, or pardon me, it was a completed pass, but a gain of 1. 4th and 12. Demers and Turkleson back in double safety at the 31-yard line to receive this punt. Flag down. I think that's going to be against Valentine too, Marty. We'll see what the call is. False start against the offense. It'll be another 5-yard penalty against the Badgers, marching back 5 more. So they will be punting now. Snap will come from the 25-yard line. The punt will be lifted at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, this is kind of a big play with them punting into the sun. I know it sounds weird, but a good high punt. Ooh, dropped the snap.
Short punt. It's going to take a bounce, get an extra 5 yards or so, but we're going to start in great field position. 1st and 10, ball at the 42-yard line. We're going to keep it here, talk about a couple of the area matchups. Marty, in the SESD conference, Parkston and Wagner meeting in Parkston. Parkston probably would be considered a heavy favorite, but those are 2 great rivalry, kind of like Winter Valentine. Parkston Wagner have been playing a lot of years.
Yeah, right there right there in the old SESD all the time, and
yep.
And they're rivals in every sport, too. In the wrestling match, some of them Parkston Wagner matches are vicious.
One of the more anticipated matchups in 11B tonight also has SESD opponent Bonham. They're facing Tri-Valley, a team that's off to a nice start. So it'll be interesting to see the results of those 2 games in our SESD conference. Galbraith under center, pitch to Haley, coming left side, got a blocker, got some room. Tyrell is going to get about 12 yards on 1st down. It's going to set Winter up 1st down. Ed Peppel spotting that at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Crockett on that little pitch play. Crockett Kolokowski, left guard, pulls out there, makes a nice block on the corner.
13 yards for Tyrell Haley on 1st down. So 1st and 10 again for the Warriors, piling up a lot of 1st downs early in the game, Marty.
Yeah, keeping that clock rolling. 1st downs are like offensive rebounds in basketball. You want a lot of them.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors, ball at the 30-yard line. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. We'll recognize some of the fine sponsors. Your score at the end of the first quarter from Valentine, Winter 14, Valentine 0. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior football on WinterWarriorsLive.com.
How confident do you feel about your retirement? Ask Leiden & Associates, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. Together, you'll break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. Call Joel Leiden or Candy Sockgen at 605-842-3832 today. Offices located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter, South Dakota, with offices also located in Chamberlain and Pierre. The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financials results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Ameriprise Financial Services Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco, locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Welcome back to Valentine. 14-0 is your score. First play of the second quarter. Winner, 1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Nathan Galbraith. Little modified pistol formation there. That's going to be a pitch pass, forward pass to Harder. Kind of dragging a leg, it seemed, trying to make people miss, but he's going to get a nice gain of about 12 yards. That's a new play to the repertoire, Marty.
Yeah, shotgun. You know, you probably even call it a wildcat with Nathan running it because he's more of a running back than a quarterback.
And you see this with Coach Aker. You see this with a lot of coaches, but Coach Aker, he's got his base double wing package that he's going to pound at everybody that they play, but he kind of takes his skill people and puts in a few plays just specifically to suit their talents and skills, and that's a play that we can utilize with Brendan Harder. Now back to that double wing formation. Pitch to Nas. He's got some room out there, and Sammy is going to keep his balance and get forward gain of about 8 yards for Sam.
Overload left there. We have the tight end and split end on the same side. Basically looks just like the old West Central formations like that, and just the power pitch, and Sammy has a nice run for 7 yards.
Second and we're going to call it 2nd and 3. Looks like I had a little bit off on my spot there from this distance, but we'll call it 2nd and 3 now for the Warriors. Man in motion, Galbraith. Another muff snap, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. That one was not on an exchange. That was on the snap.
I think the earlier one was on a snap, too, and that's twice tonight. That's probably twice on the year.
I don't recall us having one of those before. That's not a habit that we want to get into. 3rd and 4 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like shanking a golf ball. Now it's in your head, and now you're thinking about it.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Warriors. Loss of about 1 on that play. Ball is at the 11-yard line. Give up the middle. Not much doing.
Good defense by Valentine there. Linebackers stepped up, filled hard. I don't think they blitzed, but they played really aggressive downhill there and stuffed up every gap, nowhere to run.
Nick Hassel with a gain of about 2. It's going to set up 4th and 3 for the Warriors.
Young Wyatt Hitchcock, just a freshman, in on the tackle.
Young freshman, but big kid, gifted athlete, heck of a pitcher in baseball. Double wing formation, 4th and 3 for the Warriors. Hassel in motion across. And I think that's going to be against the Badgers.
And said encroachment.
So encroachment, that's going to be a cheap first down for the Warriors, but Marty, we're going to take it. It'd be 5-yard penalty when it was 4th and 3. It's going to set Winter up 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. That's a 3rd penalty against the Badgers, all of those encroachment or offside penalties.
Yeah, all mental mistakes.
So 1st and 10 now, or pardon me, 1st and goal for the Warriors. Ball rests on the 5-yard line. And that's going to be a run up the middle. It's going to take it down to about the 1-yard line. That was Nate Galbraith on the keeper. Gain of about 4. First and goal for the Warriors at the 1, 9:24 and ticking here in Valentine. First and goal for the Warriors, or second and goal, pardon me, second and goal for the Warriors.
Don't look for any shovel passes or any trick plays down here.
No, I think you'll probably see this ball going pretty straightforward here. Galbraith under center, running forward behind the guards, and he's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. Nate Galbraith, 1-yard touchdown run, 20-0. Winner Warriors, 9:03 to go in the second quarter, and we will see the 2-point conversion coming up. So a nice 4.5-minute drive or so, just short of 4.5 minutes for the Warriors.
Where'd we start?
We started at the 43-yard line after that short punt. 7 plays, 43 yards for the Warriors. Galbraith under center. Pitch to Haley, trying to get to the edge. Gets a block from Kolakowski out there. He's going to walk into the end zone. 2-point conversion, 22-0 is your score. We'll take a moment and recognize some of the fine sponsors. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warriors football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Computers and More, located at 660 West 2nd Street, is obviously your computer sales and repair business in winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warrior sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear to the next game. Call us at 842-9057 for an appointment to see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
There's a new sheriff in the Wild West. Wild West Gas has now reopened under new management. It's the same old location, but with a new, fresh set of smiling faces, ready to welcome you each time you stop on by. As with any C-store sheriff, Wild West Gas is armed with the finest selection traveling needs to help you keep the peace on your next adventure. Wild West Gas is a proud supporter of Warrior and Lady Warriors Live Productions. And listen here, partners, stop in after the game with your game program, and y'all will receive 10% off your in-store purchases. Woo, doggy.
Welcome back to Valentine, 22-0. The score, Warriors with a early lead over Valentine. Very dominating fashion so far, Marty. Controlling that line of scrimmage, getting some long runs, and getting some stops on defense. Really, that only real let-up was that kickoff return to start their first drive. Sammy Nas back to kick.
Yeah, just a good physical play up front, and we're taking advantage of a short field, eating up yards and first downs.
Nas kicking it deep again. It's going to come to the up back. That's Parrott. He fields it at the 21-yard line, and he's going to get knocked down. Good tackle right there right there on the leg. That's Turkleson on the tackle, and that looks like a huge stick, but it's just one of those deals where Luttrell puts his shoulder right there on his thigh, and you go down in a hurry. So Badgers will take over. 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 35-yard line to start this drive. It'll be their third drive on offense. 1st and 10, ball at the 35. Come out in that I formation. Splits to both sides. Hand under center. Or pardon me, Coleman under center. Hand dot in the I. Option to the right. And Hand's going to get a short gain. Nice job out there. I'm trying to see a number. Looks like we must have shot a linebacker there because it looked like Frazier. And that was Haley in the backfield. And then outside was Harder making a nice play out there on defense, staying home.
That was Ike Nas out there.
Oh, Ike Nas. There you go. Sophomore Isaac Nas out there staying home at that defensive end spot and taking Hand down after a gain of 1 yard. So it'll set up 2nd and 9. Nice to see a young guy like Isaac Nas stepping up for the Warriors. He'll have big roles to fill here over the next couple of years. 2 split to the left, I formation, 2nd and 9. He's looking this way, and he's going to get drugged down from behind.
Ike again.
Isaac Nas coming from that weak side, backside, and Isaac Nas is going to tackle Coleman for a loss of 10 yards on that play.
So if you looked at the play later, it looked like Ike come free, but no, he did a great job getting off the ball. Good move off the block and the speed to close on the sack.
Beat his guy to the spot is essentially what he did there. So 2 nice plays in a row from Isaac Nas from that left defensive end position.
Right now we've got 3 sophomores on the defensive line.
3rd and 19. And I think we're going to have another motion penalty, Marty. So flag on the field, illegal. That's going to be an illegal motion play there against the Badgers. Somebody moving on the line. That's their 4th penalty, and it's going to change it from a 3rd and 19 now to a 3rd and 24 for Valentine.
Yeah, on a night when yards are tough to come by, you can't be giving free ones like that if you're Valentine.
So 5-yard penalty for, 3rd and 24. Ball at the 23-yard line. Shotgun formation. 2 in the backfield with Coleman, waiting for the snap. Back to pass, looking right, trying to set that screen pass up, and another nice play. I think that's Isaac Nas again. No, that was Windsor-Berry coming in, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 on that screen pass. Warriors doing a great job sniffing that screen out, Marty.
Just good team defense. It comes down to coaching, preparation, and then the kids executing the game plan. You know, the game plan's easy to come up with. It's getting the kids to execute it, and tonight we're doing good.
Sun's out of that dangerous spot that it was about 15 minutes ago. So we've got Demers and Turkleton back to field this punt. Ball at about the 43, they're set up at the 43-yard line, and that's going to be blocked. It's going to roll into the end zone. Cameron Biggins with the block. Somebody's on it for a touchdown. Who do we got down there? Crockett Kolakowski covers that block punt in the end zone. Cameron Biggins, a human missile, flying in there, getting the block punt, and Crockett Kolakowski covered it in the end zone for the touchdown. 28-0 Warriors, 6:39 to go. Big special teams play.
Yeah, was that a key to the game, special teams? But the quick Cameron Biggins in there, shortest guy on the field, makes the biggest play right there. And
so block punt by Cameron Biggins. Big Crockett Kolakowski falls on it in the end zone for the touchdown. I believe that ties him with Big Brother Cray in career touchdowns, if memory serves me correctly.
He's got 2.5 years to pull ahead.
Not that anybody's keeping track. The Kolakowski's not a competitive bunch in any way, shape, or form, right, Marty?
That's right.
Okay, Warriors come up, double wing formation, and we got another penalty flag on the field. I think that's going to be delay a game against the Warriors. Delay a game against the Warriors. Marty, one of those deals, high school kids, big play, everybody's a little bit excited. That clock starts rolling right away. They get that ball set, and Warriors just take a little bit extra time. It's going to set up a 7-yard attempt here for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, the return team, run on the field there for the punt, and everybody else was quick and grabbing a drink, and then all of a sudden, touchdown, we got to go ahead and play offense.
Oh, heck, we got to go for 2.
Yeah.
So Galbraith bring the play out from Coach Aker. 28-0 the score, 6:39 to go here in the second quarter. Dominating performance by the Warriors, all 3 facets of the ball game so far. That was the first penalty against the Warriors. And it's going to be a pass, and wide open over there is Brendan Harder. Nice play action there by Nate Galbraith, and he's going to complete the 2-point conversion pass to Brendan Harder. We're going to step away, recognize the sponsors of Winter Football. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warriors Football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Suffering from neck pain, chronic or acute back pain, or headaches? Tired of temporary relief from your current regimen of treatment? Here at Atlas Chiropractic, it's a different approach. Dr. Willowade of Atlas Chiropractic in Winter uses a unique technique that is gentle, precise, and effective. Are you ready for change? Call Atlas Chiropractic today at 842-1588 to set up your initial examination, or stop into 210 South Main Street, Suite number 4, and begin your path to permanent correction. Atlas Chiropractic is a proud fan of the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletic teams and the coverage of their successes on Winter Warriors Live.
Do you hear that sweet sound driving down the road? You know the one, silent. WW Tire Service in Winter strives to deliver you a quality driving experience. They offer a huge selection of tires, ranging from Bridgestone, Firestone, Cooper, and more. But they're more than just tire sales. Their ASE certified technicians are able to care for all of your automotive needs. Their philosophy is simple: never promise more than you can deliver, and always give the customer more than they expect. Stop it or give them a call at 842-0884.
Welcome back to Valentine. 30-0 is your score. Winter exploding early in this game. It's getting some big plays on offense, some big plays on defense. Now we just had the big play on special teams. Cameron Biggins, a human missile, flying in there, getting the block punt. Crockett Kolakowski covered in the end zone. And Warriors with a 30-0 lead early in this ball game. Sammy Nas back to kick for the 5th time in this game already. Nas puts a toe into it. Going deep again. And that's going to go off of his hands into the end zone. And even when that ball's touched in the field of play, if it goes into the end zone and gets covered, it's still a touchback. So it will be a touchback. Valentine will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 6:36 to go in the second quarter. Good showing here thus far for the Warriors, Marty.
Yeah, dominating so far every aspect of the game, and then the big play on special teams by Brandon Biggins. Cameron Biggins. I'm showing my age again.
So Valentine will come out, I formation, 2 to the right and 1 to the left.
Critical drive here for Valentine to move the ball, get some field position, if nothing else.
Coleman under center. Give up the middle of the hand, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Try to get a number there. Nice play up the middle. I think that was...
I see him.
53, Jaden Schroeder, another sophomore in there. He's playing some linebacker now. Makes a nice stop in the backfield for no gain for hand. No gain, so it'll set up 2nd and 10, ball still on the 20-yard line. So a lot of young kids out there for Winter, but not much of a drop-off in talent for sure. Winter getting some nice depth built early in the year.
Yeah, we are a deep, deep team.
Fakes that pass and the little draw play. Nice play up the middle, and that's going to go to hand. He's going to get about 3 yards. Well defended again by the Warriors. Staying home. Isaac Nas in on the play.
Colt Best in the backfield there, redirected hand, and caused some havoc early in the play, and then our guys pursued well to the ball.
So 3rd and 7, I can add some numbers up here in a little bit, but I'm guessing Hand has carried the ball about 10 times, probably for about 25 yards here so far in the game. So the Warriors doing a great job of keeping him corralled, keeping him in between the ends for sure, and limiting the damage that a dangerous player like that can do. Okay, Valentine comes out shotgun formation. They've got 3 to the right, 1 in the backfield with Coleman. He awaits the snap. He's looking to the right. Puts that one up in the air, and Hand is the intended receiver. Nice play out there. It looks like Latrell Turkleton in coverage kind of pushed him there to the sideline and made that a difficult play. So nice defensive coverage there by Turkleton. Going to set up 4th and 7 for Valentine. Another punting situation for the Badgers, and Turkleton and Demers back deep to receive the punt.
Yeah, Latrell there just running with big elbows, forcing him out of his route.
So Valentine will be punting. Demers and Turkleton set up at about the 40-yard line. Gets this one off. High punt, short punt. Demers is going to field at the 45-yard line and get to about midfield. Drew Demers with a 5-yard return on the punt, and Winter will take over for their 5th possession of the ball game. They've got 4 touchdowns already. Or pardon me, this will be their 4th possession of the ball game. They've got 4 touchdowns, but one of them coming off of special teams. They've scored every time they've touched the ball so far tonight. And Winter will take over 1st and 10, ball just across midfield.
I would say it's just on midfield there.
I'm optimistic tonight, Marty. The nose is across the line. It would be a first down.
It would be, yes.
Tight double wing formation. Demers in at quarterback now. There's that double reverse. That's going to go to Haley. Spins and gets about 6 yards. Drew Demers now taking some snaps at quarterback for Coach Aker. And it will be 2nd and 5 now for the Warriors. 1st and 10 was a 5-yard carry for Haley.
Yeah, some good quality time here for our sophomore quarterback.
And Drew, a young man, gifted all-around athlete. Great little basketball player, great baseball player, and very heady there at quarterback. Just a smart kid, knows the sport well. Big Packers fan, which scores points with me as well. Demers rolling right, nice pitch down the field. Nice catch there by Nathan Brendan Harder. Brendan Harder with the catch. That's going to be a gain from the 45 down to the 6. We'll call it a 39-yard gain. Nice pitch out there by Drew Demers, Marty.
Yeah, a great route by Harder. Just stayed in his route, trusted his quarterback to get him the ball. Drew delivered a nice passer, and Brendan catches it with his hands for a nice game.
Right on the money. Nice throw there by Drew Demers. So it's going to set Winter up 1st and goal. Ball at about the 6-yard line. I think it's think it's closer to the 7, but again, I'm the optimist, Marty. We're going to call it 1st and goal at the 6. Demers under center. That's going to be a pitch coming this way to Frazier this time. Riley running hard, spinning, trying to get in the end zone. He's going to be tackled at about the 2-yard line. So Riley Frazier with the carry, and he's going to get about 5 yards on 1st down. Set up 2nd and goal, ball at about the 2-yard line.
Now watch Aker now. Coach Aker plays to get in quick. We're knocking him around up front. Plays to get in quick, and we'll keep the pressure on him.
Keep the foot on the gas in a situation like this. 30-0 is your score, but there's no sense in giving up on the intensity. And you've got younger kids through. You're getting a lot of kids that aren't starting out there already. They're going to want to show that they can do it. They're going to be fighting for playing time. And that's going to be Frazier with the carry. Riley Frazier, touchdown, Winter Warriors. It's going to be a 2-yard touchdown run for Riley Frazier. 36-0 now the score, and Winter will be going for 2. Demers waiting for that play from Coach Aker. Dominating fashion so far, Marty. Winter really dominating things up front, both sides of the ball.
You know, a week's rest. We got our wheels back under us, and just knocking them around up front.
And really, Warriors very healthy coming into the game, too. And I wish I had some wood to knock on when I say that.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, but we've been real healthy so far this season. Had Haley that cramped up early, late in that Bonham game. Speaking of Haley, he gets across the line for the 2-point conversion. 38-0 is your score. We're going to cut away, recognize some sponsors. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warriors football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Little Feller in Winter welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Little Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Little Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Little Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18 or shop online at frontiermotors.com.
Welcome back to Valentine. 38-0 is your score. Bob Connett and Marty Peterson. Happy to be bringing the game from the top of the stadium here at Valentine, Nebraska. 4 plays, 50 yards, 1 minute, 26 seconds. Same result. Frazier with a 2-yard touchdown run. Tyrell Haley with the 2-point conversion. Sam Nas kicking off for the 6th time already this ball game. Nas gets a toe into it. That's going to go deep. It's going to be fielded by Hitchcock at about the 5-yard line. He's coming to the left side, cuts it back across the field. He's going to be tackled about midfield. And that is number 71, Chet Bryan, with a nice little finishing stick there on kick coverage.
Wasn't Caleb Brozick on the tackle, I thought.
Caleb Brozick on the tackle, and Bryan with the finish.
Oh, okay.
Bryan with the finish.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by Caleb there.
So 1st and 10 for Valentine in a big hole with 3:24 to go here in the second quarter. They trail 38-0 to the Winter Warriors.
Yeah, ball control is important for Valentine right now. Get the half, regroup a little.
Yep.
They can't. They won't give us. They don't want to give us the ball back.
Hand off to hand up the middle, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of about 3 up the middle. Trying to see a number there. That looks like number 53, Jaden Schroeder, in on that tackle again for the Warriors. Jaden plugging things up in the middle from that middle linebacker spot.
4 yards on the run. Ball on the 27-yard line, 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. They're calling it a gain of 4 over the loudspeakers, and we're not going to argue with them this time. So 2nd and 6 now for Valentine. Coleman under center. He's looking to pass. Goes right, and nice play out there. It was well covered by Barry, but receiver comes in, kind of boxes him out, if you will, like you would in basketball. Gets the defender on his hip and is able to come forward, make that catch, and then get about 12 yards on that completion. Nice, probably the biggest offensive gain of the game so far for Valentine. So 1st and 10 for the Badgers at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, did a nice job. The quarterback looked it off here to the left and got everybody's eyes looking that way, and then a quick slip screen or hitch or whatever back to the right. And Nice gain. Good executed play.
I think that's the third first down of the game for the Badgers. Fakes the pass. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to go down. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. I think that's, Marty, who we got? Number 64? Jordan Turgeon, number 58. Jordan Turgeon covers that fumble for the Warriors. So Coleman got stuffed in the backfield. Ball's knocked loose. Jordan Turgeon covers it. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 2:15 to go here in the second half.
Good pressure on the backside on the pass rush there to force Coleman to step up and then to hit and strip from behind.
There was no room for him to go either way. Had to come forward, and he was getting bulldogged from behind. Ball comes loose. Jordan Turgeon, Johnny on the spot, covers that fumble. So 1st and 10 now for the Warriors. Ball at the 41-yard line. Just a dominating performance so far, Marty.
Yeah, just very methodical, very machine. Just do the same thing, do it right every play.
Man in motion this side is Cameron Kyle, and he is going to move forward and get a gain of about 10 yards. It's going to be near first down. Yep, they're moving the chains. Ball at the 30-yard line. Give Cameron Kyle 11 yards on that carry. So 1st and 10 again for the Warriors. Ball goes from the 41 to the 29-yard line, 12 yards for Cameron Kyle. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 2:03 to go. Clock ticking here in the second quarter. Winner with a 38-0 lead. Demers under center. Barry in motion. Give up the middle to Frazier. Cuts it back. Gets to the edge. It's a race to the pylon, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. 25-yard gain for Riley Frazier. 1st and goal for the Warriors. 1st and goal for the Warriors. Ball at about the 5-yard line, just inside the 5-yard line.
Coleman showing that he's still a competitor. He's a backside corner, ran that play down and pushed Frazier out on the 4-yard line. You know,
you like to see that.
Always want to make somebody snap the ball again.
Yeah, I don't care
effort.
I don't care what color the jersey is. You like to see effort like that. Double wing formation, Barry in motion. Pitch goes to him, and a lot of traffic up the middle. We'll see if Windsor got across the goal line. Looks like he's going to be stopped at about the 3-yard line. So gain of 2 for Windsor. Barry, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that power pitch there, you know, the quarterback's going to lead on that too, and the backside guard was going to pull and lead around. They bumped into each other, kind of bogged that one up.
You think back historically, and we love to talk winter football, but Teddy Wanenberg, Jake Phillips, the two guys that kind of stick in my mind, did a real nice job blocking.
Good blocking quarterbacks, yeah.
Yep. Oh, there's another botched snap. That's the 3rd one of the night for the Warriors. Demers covers that one. It's going to be no gain on the play, maybe a short loss. It's going to, we'll call it a loss of 1. That's the 3rd one of those tonight. That's a kink that the Warriors have got to get worked out. You don't want to give those up. So it'll be a 3rd and goal situation from the 4.
Yeah, giving up plays on something like that is just about the least valuable thing you can do. There's just no positive that comes from that.
And I'm sure Coach Hager's going to talk to his guys about that at halftime. He will point out the areas that they can improve on. A lot of positives here, but that's an area they can improve on. Hey, Valentine with a nice stop there. That was Cameron Kyle on the carry, and he is tackled short of the goal line. It's going to set up a 4th and goal situation for the Warriors at about the 2-yard line. 19 seconds to go in the half. We'll see what Coach Aker does. I would guess maybe going to take a timeout here.
Runner down there for one play.
Yep. No sense in
kicking off.
Yep. So with 3 seconds to go, we're going to take a timeout. We'll cut away. 38-0 is your score. We'll come back for one play, and then it'll be halftime. You're watching listening coverage of Winter Warrior Football on WinterWarriorsLive.com.
Hey, sports fans, McDonald's and Winter Warriors Live have teamed up to present the Golden Arches Player of the Game. Each night after the game, go to the Winter Warriors Live page on Facebook. Winter Warriors Live page on Facebook. There you will find a post asking you to vote for the person you felt was the player of the game. Simply cast your vote by commenting with the player's name.
All voting on each game's poll will cease 2 hours after the completion of the game.
So don't waste a minute. Log in and vote. The winner of each night's vote will receive a complimentary value meal from McDonald's. McDonald's, Winter Warriors Live, and the Golden Arches Player of the Game. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. McDonald's is happy to sponsor the Warriors and Lady Warriors on Winter Warriors Live.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
4th and goal, last play of the half. Demers under center. It's going to be a pitch this way to Frazier. He's got the edge. Nice block out there. Nice block out there. Is that Krolikowski out there? Great block. Clear. Yeah, it's Big Crockett Krolikowski. Just cleared that cornerback out, smeared him out there, and Frazier goes into the end zone for the touchdown. 44-0 the score. Nice play out there by Crockett Krolikowski.
That's the second time tonight I've seen Krolikowski on Coleman. Once was down here on our near sideline about the 40, but both the results were the same.
Crockett, a big kid, is a sophomore, about 6'2", probably 215, maybe 220, and he laid out Mr. Coleman out there on the corner, clearing the way for his back. Double wing formation, Barry taking the pitch, going left, trying to bust it outside, and he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. That's going to be the last play of the first half. Dominating fashion, Winter leads 44-0 is your score. We're going to cut away, recognize some sponsors. We'll come back and talk about things a little bit, Marty. Nothing too bad to talk about for the Warriors. Looking good so far. 44-0 your score. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Mel's Auto is a dedicated sponsor of all the action of Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. If you want your automotive in-road ready conditions, bring it to Mel's Auto on 210 Polk Street in Winter. They have 3 full-time experienced mechanics on hand who get your vehicle back on the road fast. All types of repairs from oil changes to major overhauls and everything in between at the most competitive prices. They even pick up and deliver too. So when you need quality repairs of any type, be confident in Mel's Automotive in Winter. Call 842-2643 for an appointment.
People say the good old days are gone, but Harry K keeps proving them all wrong. The K stands for quality, like the way things used to be. The best sales and service in Central South Dakota. Harry K, the people difference. Harry K, the people difference.
DB's Bait and Tackle has expanded to be the largest dealer in South Central South Dakota. DB's is stocked with tons of tackler for your angler adventures and live bait. So whether it's bass, walleye, northern catfish, or whatever you want to catch, stop in and you'll agree DB's Bait and Tackle at 142 West 4th Street in Winter is your store with more. DB's Bait and Tackle, proud to sponsor all the Winter Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Good luck in tonight's contest.
Plan on brightening up your home or office atmosphere? Need to warm or cool down the environment in your space? Then stop down and visit with Kutra Electric. Bob and his crew will shed some light with quality advice and direction on your next project. And when they see your vision for your next project, you can count on a team of professional servicemen to come in and get the job done in a fast and courteous fashion. And remember, we provide the same quality service for a single light repair as we would for new construction or remodel. So call us at 842-1510. The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior teams as a proud sponsor of all the action on Winter Warriors Live. We invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs, fresh produce, top grade meat department, incredible dairy section, and much, much more. Or for your special event orders, you'll always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. And they always deliver speedy, friendly service at the Winter Food Center, the store doing the most for you.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever. So help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership, headquartered in Winter. They now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live. Do you remember the days of the hometown general store where everybody stopped and everybody knew everybody? Today, with our busy lives and schedules, some feel we've lost that connection, but it is alive and well today at the M Pride. They want to know your name, how the kids are, how's your day going. We value community and hometown pride, but don't just think we're stuck in the past. We have all the modern day conveniences and comforts you need from us, and when you leave, we want you to have felt at home. We live in this town and care for this town. We're at Farmers Union Insurance. They do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, to remodel, or new addition, to major construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live.
Winter Regional Healthcare is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in tonight's event. Here at Winter Regional Healthcare, we are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our local hospital and long-term care facility. For more information on the services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities, honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota. Remember, professional care with a personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare.
Wings and more in the American Legion at 311 Jefferson Street is the official Game Day webcast host for all live productions. Game Day means tailgating, which starts at 5 p.m. and lasts through 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Mona and Kathy will start your pregame off with some incredible specials on their famous wings and beverages, and then you can check out their delicious dinner menu. Our Game Day hosting calendar includes every game, so you don't miss a minute. Plan on stopping by Wings and More for food and beverages and an incredible viewing experience.
The Winter Bowling Center is a proud sponsor of all the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior action on Winter Warriors Live. For great family action, check out the Winter Bowling Center. We've got a great game room with pool, darts, foosball, pinball, and more. And we've got the best snack bar featuring delicious Mexican dishes, burgers, and of course, Stone Willie pizzas. Call in your order to 842-2287 for free delivery. We've also got an expanded casino room and can host all types of parties and events. The Winter Bowling Center, East Highway 44 in Winter. Mathis Implement is a huge sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics, and we're your home for huge savings. We've got all the genuine Case IH parts, products, and service programs you need. Schedule your multi-point customized maintenance inspection now. You'll always find the highest quality parts and service, and the Case IH factory-trained technicians at Mathis Implement make sure your equipment stays up and running at peak productivity. Call Mathis Implement 842-3110 or stop out on West Highway 18 in Winter for personal consultation.
Welcome back to Valentine, Nebraska. 44-0 dominating fashion by the Winter Warriors. Let's recap the first half a little bit. Winter gets on the board early with a nice drive to start the ball game. 8 plays, 58 yards, 3 minutes and 28 seconds, capped off by a Tyrell Haley 5-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion fails, and Winter with a 6-0 lead. Valentine gets a couple first downs on their first drive. Then they have to punt. Winter takes over at the 30-yard line in quick fashion. 5 plays, 70 yards, with a big 32-yard touchdown run by Nick Hassel for the second score of the game. Sammy Nas across the goal line for the 2-point conversion. 5 plays, 70 yards, 1 minute and 43 seconds. 14-0 is the score. Winter forces a 3 and out, and then they get a 7-play, 43-yard drive. Nate Galbraith with a 3-yard touchdown run. Tyrell Haley with a 2-point conversion. So 7 plays, 43 yards, 4 minutes and 17 seconds on that drive. 22-0 is the score. Next possession for Valentine. They're forced to punt deep in their own end zone after a couple penalties, and the human missile, Cameron Biggins, comes flying in there for the punt, for the block punt. Crockett Korlikowski covers it in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. 2-point pass from Galbraith to Harder. 30-0 is the score. So no time on that drive for the Warriors. No offensive plays, big special teams play. The winner forces another 3 and out. And then Riley Frazier caps off a 4-play, 50-yard drive with a 2-yard touchdown run. Haley with another 2-point carry, minute and 26-second drive, and winner takes a 38-0 lead. And they finish the half, last play of the first half, on a 4th and goal situation. Riley Frazier 2 yards across, following Crockett Korlikowski's block. And the 2-point conversion carry fails. 6 plays, 41 yards, and 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 44-0 is your score at halftime. Marty, kind of looking at the stats, dominating fashion, like we've said many times here for the Warriors. 256 yards in total offense for the Warriors, 21 for Valentine on 22 plays. Valentine's stud running back, Jacob Hand, 10 carries, 19 yards. Efficient work by the Warriors, 9 yards on his first carry. So the Warriors have done a nice job of bottling him up. Valentine 3 for 7 for 13 yards in the passing game. Winner 1 for 2 for 38 yards. Drew Demers with a nice completion to Brendan Harder. Winner with 218 yards rushing. And again, every drive that we've had, we've capped off with a touchdown. Winner is 1 of 4 on 3rd downs. Valentine 0 of 6. We've converted 2 of 3 4th downs. Valentine 1 of 3 on 4th downs. Leading the way on the ground for the Warriors, Frazier with 5 carries for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hassel 4 carries, 48 yards and a touchdown. Brendan Harder on a reverse with 37 yards rushing. Haley 4 carries, 31 yards and a touchdown. Galbraith 7 carries, 31 yards and a touchdown. And then some of the younger guys getting some carries in there too. So just a dominating performance for the Warriors statistically and on the scoreboard, Marty.
Yeah, just complete domination, all phases of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. We got 2 young defensive ends with sacks. One was a strip sack, and Jordan Turge recovers a fumble. So we just dominated every phase of the game here.
We talk about those Harry K keys to the game before every game, and the ones that we talked about was limit big plays and make big plays. That blocked punt in the end zone, winner in control of the game at that time, but a big play, big special teams play. They've limited the big plays from an explosive Hand. He had that nice kickoff return of 45 yards to start the game, but really no damage beyond that. So we've limited the big plays. We've made the big plays. Control our emotions. We've done a nice job of that. Winner with only 1 penalty. Valentine's got 4 penalties, all of them, like you talked about, mental penalties, motion at the line, lining up in the wrong spot and moving, those kind of things. So 4 penalties for 20 yards against the Badgers, 1 for 5 against the Warriors, and then keep building. And Marty, we're seeing, the thing that stands out to me tonight is we're seeing the depth built.
Oh, we are so deep. And, sometimes you're deep because your guys are average. You have a lot of average guys, but not this team. We've got a lot of good football players that would play a lot, be starters a lot of places, and they're 2nd or 3rd on the depth charts here. We're just unbelievably deep.
We went to 11B, Marty, in 2009. That was our first year competing at the 11B level. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've seen in the conversion from 11A to 11B. And I guess I'll go on the record as saying I think the competition at 11B the last 5, 6, 10 years has been equal to or better than the 11A competition. That's taken nothing away from a quality team like Del Rapids, West Central, but
yeah, I would on an average, yes. I think 11B is more competitive and as good, but there's always that 1 or 2 elite teams.
Yep. Yeah. And it's not uncommon to see the 11A state champ, state runner-up being beaten by those 11B teams over there over east. But getting back to what I was saying to start out with is the thing that I see is 11A teams, a lot of those quality 11A teams, you're going to see 18 to 20 kids that can step out there on the field and contribute regularly. 11B teams, it's probably closer to maybe 13, 14, 15. We've got the capacity this year and the next year and maybe the year after that of having 20 plus kids that can step out there and contribute.
Yeah, and the stats, you look at the stats, I show it. I mean, how many guys we have carry the ball tonight? 8, 10?
Oh, we've had, I think it was 9 or 10 already in the first half.
And our starting quarterback, did he even throw a pass? He threw one, right?
Threw one. So we want to talk about some of the action going on in the Winter area too. Didn't get a chance to talk about this. South Central Burke, they're hosting Gabriel Vollen tonight. Lyman traveled out to Wall. Gregory played at Marty this afternoon. I'm sure that was a convincing win for the Gorillas. And Todd County, just north of here, Todd County hosting Little Wound. So that's what the area teams are doing. Cologne with a bye tonight, so they'll be coming back next week and finishing their season out as well. A lot of area teams off to a pretty good start this year. Gregory is unbeaten. They beat top-ranked Avon early in the season, and they're off to an undefeated start. Very talented and another deep team in Gregory.
And Avon is a team that returns, 8 or 9 starters?
Yeah.
So from a state championship team.
Yeah. So that Highway 18 corridor that's been talked about for the 30-plus years of the Dome era is strong again here in the south central part of the state. Valentine taking the field. Will be a couple more minutes here. We're going to cut away for 2 minutes, and we'll recognize some more of our fine sponsors here, the folks that make it possible to bring these games to you. We're happy to do it, and we appreciate them making this possible. 44-0 your score. We're coming back with second half action from Valentine. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Life is fast and complicated. Keeping up with family, finances, insurance, and more left you in a state of falling behind? Then call State Farm agent Carrie Jones in Winter to find a simpler state. With Carrie Jones handling all your auto, home, and life insurance, things will slow down, so you have more time for everything else and more money, too. You see, by adding your policies with State Farm agent Carrie Jones, you can earn discounts up to 40%. And this all equals more you time and money. So call State Farm agent Carrie Jones today and catch up to a better state with State Farm.
Sassy Spurs Boutique has expanded. Check out our Western apparel and footwear for men, women's, kids, and infants. Sassy Spurs features Twisted X boots, hooey caps, Cowgirl Tough, Stetson and Resistol hat, and Corky's footwear. Need some bling to go with your new threads? Shop our expanding lines of jewelry, purses, belts, buckles, and boot polish. It's all available under one roof at Sassy Spurs on the 4 lanes, and shipping is available by calling 605-842-2400.
How confident do you feel about your retirement? Ask Leiden & Associates, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. Together, you'll break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. Call Joel Leiden or Candy Sockjen at 605-842-3832 today. Offices located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter, South Dakota, with offices also located in Chamberlain and Pierre. The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financials results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Ameriprise Financial Services Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Welcome back to Valentine, Nebraska, coverage of high school football action. The Winter Warriors and the Valentine Badgers. Our Winter Warriors leading 44-0 at halftime. Dominating performance by the Warriors. Marty, a new thing here for Winter Warriors Live, we're recognizing a McDonald's Golden Arches Player of the Game. Now, the way that you can get involved with this at home is after the game, at the end of the game here, get on to winterwarriorslive.com, get onto the website on the Facebook page of winterwarriorslive.com, and we want you to register your vote. Just post a name who you think has been the performer of the game. The young man who gets the most votes from the Facebook page votes is going to be given a extra value meal by the McDonald's in Winter. So it's going to be a new thing here, and we're happy to announce that. And the McDonald's Golden Arches Player of the Game, get on to the winterwarriorslive.com Facebook page and register your vote. You can have a part in selecting tonight's Player of the Game.
Not from my phone, though.
Don't do it from your phone?
No, I can't.
From the flip phone?
From the flip phone, I cannot do it.
Marty's got a hair trigger flip phone. If you run across him, ask him. He's happy to show it to you. A hair trigger flip phone. They don't make them like that anymore, Marty.
No, that's solid phone here.
Two more businesses that we want to recognize. Wings and More, Best Wings in Winter. They broadcast and carry our games down there. And also the Pheasant Bar, Pheasant Live Game of the Week. They're broadcasting our game there too. So for everybody who's watching the games at Wings and More and at the Pheasant, we welcome you to the second half of action. And everybody who's at home, whether you are watching if you're just a fan, if you've got family, if you got a friend, if you're a long ways away watching the game, we're happy to bring this game to you. It's great to be a part of this. It's great to be able to share Winter Warrior football and our passion for Winter Warrior football with you folks.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun here. Jody had to do some talking to get me to do it, but now I don't think he can get me off of it.
Sammy Nas with the kickoff. Ball goes to the 20-yard line. That's Parrott returning it, running across the field, and he's going to be taken down at about the 36-yard line, so about a 16-yard return for Valentine. They start with their first drive of the second half, trailing 44-0. My understanding of the rules here is that there's a running clock but no mercy rule, so the clock will be running unless there's a timeout or following a score, and the clock does go fast in instances like this. So 44-0 is your score. Valentine with their first drive of the second half. That I formation, 2 split to the right, Coleman under center, Winter in their 4-3 defense. Pitch going to the left side, and Coleman gets around the end, and he gets to the edge. He's going to get 10 yards, 11 yards on that carry. And Marty, I think we got some younger kids in there.
Yeah, we got young linebacker core here. I see Chase Kingsbury, Levi, Clanahan.
I see Isaac Nas out there. I'm not sure who that end on the other side is. I think that was Wyatt Ewing that time. And so we've got some younger kids out there. They're going to call it just short of the first down. I thought it was 11-yard gain, but it's actually 9.5. So 2nd and 1, overload to the left side. Look for the ball probably coming this way to Hand. Nope, up the middle. Hand with the handoff. He gets to the second layer. It's going to be a gain of about 7 yards for Jacob Hand. Valentine's 4th first down of the ball game.
Wyatt Ewing on the tackle there off his defensive end position, kept it contained, got off a block, made a tackle. Which was going to be a long gain if he didn't.
Marty, I appreciate the excitement of the PA announcer here, but
yeah,
at 44-0, I don't know if that excitement is warranted on just a first down, but hey, haven't been in that situation in a long time. First down. Kind of an option coming to the left side, right side here, and I believe, is that Kingsbury? Yep, Chase. Isaac Nas with another strong play. Isaac running Brooks Coleman down from behind on that option play. Another nice play by the young defensive end. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on first down, set up 2nd and 13.
I think it was Caleb Brozick come up here from his secondary position, took away the pitch man too, and it was just a well-executed defensive play.
Yep,
that's the option.
Well defended. So Valentine coming out, trips to the left here. Now they get fullback coming back into the I formation. Coleman under center, sends a man in motion. That's Parrott.
Jet sweep, nope.
Fake, and they're going to pass, and Parrott's wide open. And a nice play. Is that Cameron Kyle? I see who that is. That was a nice open field tackle there.
Yeah, it's Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron Kyle come up there. A gain of about 5 yards on that play, but a real nice open field tackle there by Cameron Kyle.
Yeah, kind of got us out of position there. You know, strong safety on this side, motion across. The motion man went out in the flat. And, he was wide open, but Cameron made a good play, come off his receiver, come up and made a secure tackle.
So a lot of young guys out here getting that good varsity experience against Valentine first-team offense here. Coleman under center, 2nd and about 9, or pardon me, 3rd and 9, and that's going to be a sack.
It's Isaac's second one.
Isaac Nas coming in there for a sack. Strong play from young Isaac Nas, making a nice effort here and throwing his name in the hat there for that Golden Arches play of the game maybe.
So quick off the ball there. just the tackle didn't have a chance. He was so quick off the ball.
That's Ike's second sack of the ball game. Sets Valentine up 4th and long. Familiar situation, unfortunately, for the Badgers. Winner with, looks like Kyle, and I believe that is Demers back there at about the 15-yard line to field the punt. Low line drive kick. That's going to come to Demers. He's going to field it at about the 15. Dodges the first guy. Gets into some open territory at about the 35-yard line. No, it's the 20-yard line that it was fielded at. So 15-yard return for Drew Demers. It'll set Winter up 1st and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line. I think we'll keep it here. Winter getting out into the huddle early. We're going to try to point out some of the players out there for the Warriors. Some of the younger guys getting out there and working to prove themselves and try to earn some playing time, build that depth. I see Jordan Turgeon and Chet Bryan on the left side of the line. I think that's Ryan Sherman at center. Pardon me, on the right side of the line, and we'll see who's on the left side. Your backfield is going to be Demers, Biggins. I think that is Barry on the carry, and Kyle is the other wingback, Cameron Kyle. That was number 14, Windsor Barry on the carry. He's going to move forward, gain about 4 yards on 1st down. So it will be 2nd and 6, ball at the 44-yard line. Already 6:30, so down to 6:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's fast when that's a running clock.
Tight double wing formation, Demers under center. Barry in motion, counter to Kyle. That nice job by the Valentine Badgers. They filled the holes, and they're able to tackle Kyle right at the line of scrimmage. We're going to call it no gain, so it'll set up about a 3rd and 6 situation for the Warriors.
On the 39 brings up 3rd down and 6.
We'll see what Aker wants to do. Wouldn't be a bad call to let Drew throw another one.
No, it'd be a great chance to give him a chance to put the ball in the air. He completed his first pass, 38-yard completion. We'll see what happens here.
It looks like they're coming after us here.
Man in motion. That's going to be Barry taking it on the counter and falls forward across the 45-yard line to the 46. Is going to be a 1st down. Nice job there by Windsor Barry getting 1st down yardage for the Warriors, and it will be 1st and 10 for Winter at the 46-yard line. Ed Peppel signaling 1st down distinguishedly.
Yes.
Signaling
the Silver
first down.
Fox, I think he's been referred to.
I've heard that name tossed around a time or two. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Let's pitch to Kyle here.
Kyle in motion.
Overloaded it.
And nice play there. Let's get a number, Mark. Recognize that.
Oh, that's a fullback.
Number 40. Number 40, Valentine's fullback and linebacker Braxton Coleman. Braxton Coleman made a nice play running Kyle down from behind there. It's going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for the Warriors.
Yeah, running a Travis Cameron down from behind is not an easy feat.
No, Coleman doesn't look like a big kid. Looks like he's probably 5'7", 5'8", probably 165 pounds, but it looks like he's man in the middle there. It looks like he's coming on a blitz this time, and he is. Give up the middle, and that is going to be Biggins, I believe, Cameron Biggins, and he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain, possibly a loss of 1. Set up a 3rd and long situation now for the Warriors.
All right, I want to see part of the future here. I want to see Drew Demers to Isaac Nas here.
4:23, 4:15 now, clock ticking. As we said, it's a rolling clock here. Our understanding of the rules here is that there's not a mercy rule, so if we get to 50 points, we're going to keep playing, but the clock will continue to roll unless it's a change of possession or after a score. 3rd and long, yep. Demers back to pass. He's looking this way. Nas.
Stay with your route. Nice. Oh.
Pass was intended for Isaac Nas. Just kind of hesitated a little bit when the ball was released, and the ball is going to go just off of his fingertips. But Marty, was a good-looking pass again from Drew. And the thing that I like to see is he rolled this way, kind of evaded it, waited for the receiver to come open, and then put it out there.
Doesn't panic, and yeah, just that little stutter by Isaac cost him a nice catch there. And Drew's going to put it on the money.
Yep,
he's a good athlete, good quarterback.
Nice play there by the Warriors, something that they're going to be able to build on, Marty, something we're going to see over the next couple of years. So 4th and long, this is Sammy Nas for the first punt of the night for the Warriors. He's at about the 30-yard line. Nice kick, And this is going to go to Jacob Hand. First evades a couple guys. Oh, and he gets stuck from behind. Is that Cameron Biggins?
Yeah, that was a gunner on this side. Yeah, Cameron.
Yeah. Cameron Biggins, he took a pretty good block after Hand made him miss, stayed with it, came back and make a nice little finishing stick there on Hand. Nice job by the Warriors containing the dangerous Jacob Hand. A gain of about probably 4 or 5 on that return, but bottled him up. The guys stayed in their lanes on that punt coverage and didn't allow the big play to happen. So another nice job kind of meeting those Harry K keys to the game that we've talked about.
Big Colton Best with an early release down there. Took out Hand's lead blocker and misdirected it, or made him Hand change directions. And
old Colton comes down there kind of like a bowling ball, and he's about 240. Those 150-pound guys trying to make blocks. If Valentine were road jerseys, those would be white with red stripes, just like bowling pins, and it would be pretty accurate. So Valentine comes out, first down, handoff to Jacob Hand. He gets to the edge, and Jacob Hand is probably gone here.
Drew Demers hustling.
Nice play by Drew Demers. That's going to be a long gain for Valentine. It's going to go from the 30 to the 15-yard line. So we'll give him credit for 55 yards on that carry. So 55 yards for Jacob Hand against the Winter Junior Varsity defense, and it will set Valentine up 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line.
That was the old Redskins counter tray there, the backside guard and tackle pull. Kicked out, sealed down, and hands off to the races, but Drew Demers runs him down.
Got to get better play from our defensive ends out there. They're kind of getting blown around out there. Trips to the bunch formation to the left, and this is Hand going that way. Isaac Nas getting some hands on him, and then Caleb Brozick coming up with a nice finishing tackle on Hand. Tackle a gain of about 2. Set up 2nd and 8. Ball will be at about the 13-yard line now.
That's a tough play for a defensive end when they have that bunch formation out there, and they just. You got to fight through 3 blocks to contain.
And, Isaac, not a big kid. He's about 6'2", probably about 170 pounds right now. He's going to put some muscle on his frame. He's going to be a formidable defensive end for these Warriors. There's a fake pitch, and stay home. Nice play. Caleb Brozick intercepts that ball coming across the field. I think that was Caleb.
Drew Demers.
Drew Demers with the interception. Nice play there by Drew. That's going to thwart the Valentine drive and going to be the last play of the third quarter here. 16 seconds and ticking, so it's going to be the long stroll down to the other end of the field. We're going to go ahead and cut away, recognize some sponsors. 44-0 is your score at the end of the third quarter. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warriors football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Computers and More, located at 660 West 2nd Street, is obviously your computer sales and repair business in Winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warrior sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear to the next game. Call us at 842-9057 for an appointment to see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
There's a new sheriff in the Wild West. Wild West Gas has now reopened under new management. It's the same old location, but with a new, fresh set of smiling faces, ready to welcome you each time you stop on by. As with NSC Store Sheriff, Wild West Gas is armed with the finest selection traveling needs to help you keep the peace on your next adventure. Wild West Gas is a proud supporter of Warrior and Lady Warriors Live Productions. And listen here, partners, stop in after the game with your game program, and y'all will receive 10% off your in-store purchases. Woo, doggy.
Welcome back to Valentine, Nebraska. End of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter. 44-0 is the score. Winter just picked off a pass right near the goal line. Drew Demers with the interception to thwart Valentine's best scoring opportunity of the game. And Winter takes over. It'll be 1st and 10, ball at about the 5-yard line. Maybe the only decision. Did Drew bring that out of the end zone?
No, I don't think so. I think he picked it off in the field, but Drew gets paid off on that because he's the one that pushed Hand out of bounds, forcing him to snap it again. So anytime you make a team snap the ball, you give him a chance to make a mistake, and Drew Drew's hustle paid off with the interception.
Not something that's going to show on the stat line, but something the coaches sure are going to recognize, something that Coach Marty Peterson recognizes.
Yeah, you love to see kids get paid off for hustle, and that's exactly what that was.
Tight wing formation, it's going to be a counter, and there's room to run. This is Cameron Kyle. Cameron Kyle might just go 95 yards on a touchdown run, and this is going to happen, Marty. Cameron Kyle, 20, 10, touchdown Cameron Kyle. 95-yard touchdown run for the sophomore from Winter. Marty, that young man has been running varsity track for a couple years now. Genetics, that would be for anybody from Winter listening. Mr. Glenn Carlson, longtime track coach here in Winter. That would be his grandson. Travis Kyle, his dad, was an all-state defensive back for the Warriors in the early 90s. So genetically speaking, the attributes are all there, and you just saw it. If you thought that looked like maybe a Glenn Carlson or Travis Kyle streaking down those sidelines, those gene pools are right there, folks. That's a 95-yard touchdown run for Cameron.
It definitely wasn't Butch Kyle.
50-0 is the score, and this is a pitch going far side to, I believe that's Caleb Brozick for the two-point conversion. Marty, I think we're going to keep it here, talk about a couple things. First off, 52-0 the score after that two-point carry. So Winter will be kicking off. 11:45, the clock is stopped. As soon as the toe hits the ball, we'll be rolling that clock again. We want to talk about what's been going on at Winter this week. Valentine came up Monday night, junior varsity action. Winter with a 54-21 win in that game. So if you want to do the math,
106 points.
106 put on the board against the Badgers by the Valentine or by the Warrior varsity and junior varsity teams thus far. We'll see how things keep going here. And Winter middle school team with a 12-0 win over Chamberlain on Tuesday night. So
feisty Chamberlain team with a Hutmaker kid again. So now there's another generation of those guys coming.
And the Hutmakers, big men. So they're some good athletes there. But that was the season opener for the Winter middle school team. They are in Pierre for Jamboree tomorrow morning for their second game action of the season. Winter volleyball was at Lyman on Tuesday night and got a win, and I think they're in action tomorrow, but I'd be remiss if I told you that I knew who they were playing or where they were playing. But Winter Lady Warrior volleyball team off to a nice start again. They were state runner-ups last year, good quality team this year, so we'll see how the season progresses for the Winter Lady Warrior volleyball team as well.
Here we got the pure JV kickoff team here. We got a couple freshmen out there, maybe more than that.
I think that's Caleb
Brozick doing the kicking.
Lining up to kick off. A lot of young kids out there on the field for the Warriors. That ball's going to hit at about the 20-yard line, and it's going to be fielded at about the 20-yard line. Be pushed out of bounds over there.
Now it's getting dark over there. I can't see, Bob.
Yep, it's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. And I believe, like Marty said, that was the junior varsity squad out there on kick cover. So nice job getting down there. Short return for the Badgers. 11:25 and ticking. Winter with a 52-0 lead over the Badgers. Marty, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I thought we were going to come down here and dominate, but not in fashion like this.
And it was so methodical. There was just no.
Yeah, those drives, 7 plays, 50 yards, 6 plays, 40 yards, 5 plays, 70 yards. It was just
a machine, and that's the way we practice. We just do the same thing every time, every play.
Looks like Valentine's made some substitutions. They've got some younger kids in there. That handoff to Hudson Pierman is going to be a gain of about 6 yards, set up 2nd and 4 for the Badgers. Now, Noah Serve, sophomore, in on the tackle for the Warriors. So they've got some substitutions. Looks like Windsor Berry coming off the field. Windsor's done a nice job out there tonight, both offensively and defensively and on special teams, so for the Winter High School junior.
Yeah, well, Windsor, good football player, going to be a good special teams player this year. Good. We got lost.
Big hole there to the left side, and it's going to be a gain of about 20 yards. pardon me, 16 yards. That was Hudson Pierman on the carry, gain of 16. He's going to be just short of midfield. Ball will be put at about the 49.5-yard line, going on Ed Peppel's right foot, 49.5-yard line. First down for Valentine, 9:51 and ticking. Valentine comes out, I formation, split to the right, split to the left.
Get the tight end in the right spot. There we go.
Pitch to the right side. And that's Pierman again, running the ball hard. Brozick in on the tackle.
Cody Doherty on the blitz in there causing havoc, but didn't make the play, but you know, forces a bad play on Valentine's part.
Cody, a young man over the last couple of years that's dealt with some injuries, and not football-related injuries, just injuries, and he's out there trying to prove himself for sure, and putting it out there, a kid that is going to work his tail off for you.
Yeah, I think he's basically lost 2 years.
Carried to the left side. Brozick in on the tackle again. Is that Nas? John Clute, number 77, in on that tackle. It's going to set up 3rd and short now for the Badgers at about the 41-yard line. 8:37 on the clock now. Warriors running a lot of people in and out of the game. Looks like number 10 is back there at safety. That's one of the Smithers twins. Nathan Smither, free safety now. Oh, and I think
that's all right.
Doherty, no, that was Noah Serve. I believe that was Noah Serve coming across, trying to anticipate that snap count, and didn't quite get her done. So it's going to be 5 yards for Valentine and a first down. It will set Valentine up 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line, and another emphatic first down announcement here over the PA. 1st and 10 for the Badgers, trailing 52-0. I formation. Pierman dot in the I. He takes the handoff, and he is met in the backfield. John Clute with the stick, and he's going to get a 15-yard penalty out there. John, an aggressive kid. Emotions run high. The heart runs high. John was going to finish that tackle. The whistle blew, and John continued with the tackle, kind of drove the kid into the ground. I know it was just John being aggressive, but that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, so it negates a nice defensive play. A loss of about 5 yards is going to be turned into a 15-yard penalty, set Valentine up 1st and 10.
Yeah, there was no malicious intent there with John.
Nope.
But a call you probably should make.
Yep. Yeah, and we talked about in our Harry K keys to the game, control emotions. You know, a play like that, if an official lets that call go, you kind of open Pandora's box to kids playing past that whistle, the shots in the back after the whistle. So I think it's a good call. Handoff up the middle. Let's try to get some numbers there. Looks like number Noah Serve, and is that maybe Nick Blair out there?
Yeah, Nick Blair's out on this end.
Yep. So a lot of the younger guys, those junior varsity guys, getting out there with a chance to prove themselves. Valentine putting together a nice little drive here. They've got it 2nd and about 6 at the 20-yard line, deep in winner scoring position again. Handoff right side. And he's going to be tackled by, I believe that's number 70.
Is that Nick Blair?
Yeah. In on that tackle. It's going to be a gain of about 5 yards, enough for another Valentine Badger first down. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Badgers at about the 14-yard line. 6:45 and ticking in the 4th quarter. Valentine in the purple zone.
It's time for our defense, to step up and save the shutout. Let's have a little pride there.
Yep. In that rivalry game. Hey, ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Winner's going to cover that.
Yeah, Ty Burton on the blitz stuck the fullback there. Must have punched the ball out. I didn't see the fumble right away, but
yeah, I didn't see who covered that, but Number 10 sounds like maybe Nathan Smithers. Nathan Smither on the fumble recovery, the way it looks here.
Is it Smither or Smithers?
Smither.
But we can say
but
Smithers.
They're twins.
So we'll say
so, yeah.
And plus with the Simpsons, we have to say Smithers.
Smithers Brothers or Smothers Brothers.
Yeah. It's 52-0, isn't it?
It's 52-0, and there's 6 minutes to go. Beautiful night here at Valentine. I'm guessing it's still probably at 65, maybe 70 degrees.
No mosquitoes?
Negligible wind. Yeah, no mosquitoes. Probably the most important part. Beautiful night here. Winter's going to take a timeout. We're going to cut away, recognize some of our fine sponsors, and 5:34 to go in the game. 52-0 is the score. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warriors football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Suffering from neck pain, chronic or acute back pain, or headaches? Tired of temporary relief from your current regimen of treatment? Here at Atlas Chiropractic, it's a different approach. Dr. Willowade of Atlas Chiropractic in Winter uses a unique technique that is gentle, precise, and effective. Are you ready for change? Call Atlas Chiropractic today at 842-1588 to set up your initial examination, or stop into 210 South Main Street, Suite number 4, and begin your path to permanent correction. Atlas Chiropractic is a proud fan of the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletic teams and the coverage of their successes on Winter Warriors Live.
Do you hear that sweet sound driving down the road? You know the one, silent. WW Tire Service in Winter strives to deliver you a quality driving experience. They offer a huge selection of tires, ranging from Bridgestone, Firestone, Cooper, and more. But they're more than just tire sales. Their ASE certified technicians are able to care for all of your automotive needs. Their philosophy is simple: never promise more than you can deliver, and always give the customer more than they expect. Stop in or give them a call at 842-0884.
Welcome back to Valentine, Nebraska. 52-0. Our Winter Warriors leading the Valentine Badgers. Winter just took over after a fumble, and we're still not 100% sure. It might have been Peyton Antone, might have been Nathan Smither. Ty Bolton, freshman, coming in there, making his first big varsity play, knocking that ball out and forcing the fumble. And Winter comes out on offense. Demur is still in there at quarterback. Clock will start rolling on the handoff, or the exchange, and we'll get a number here. We kind of get geared in and recognize the ball carriers, and you make these substitutions. That's number 22 for the Warriors, Avery Gilchrist on the carry, gain of about 6 yards.
Watching the tight end here on this side, I think it was Ike Nas again. They're stemming, they're blitzing a little bit, and the tight end and tackler communicate who's blocking who. I mean, during the count. I mean, we are just so fundamentally strong. It's just
Double E formation. That's Brozick in motion, following some blockers. He's got some people ahead of him, and he's going to get out past the out near the 30-yard line. Gain of about 6 yards for Caleb Brozick, 7 yards for Caleb Brozick. Nice job. And Marty, he had blockers ahead of him right there in the middle. It's not like he wasn't able to bust it open because it was clogged up, but nice job by the Warriors. I'm not sure who the fullback is in there right now. It might be Biggins, but he was ahead of him. Pulling guard coming across from the backside, so nice job by the Warriors.
Avery on the wing back here. It's just fundamental football and playing to the whistle. You just watch the white shirts. Nobody stands around and watch.
I see Chase Watson is out there on the field at left guard. We've got Sherman at center. We'll try to bring you some names of these kids that we don't normally get the chance to be able to recognize. We want to do it here the best we can. Is that Ty Bolton on the carry? Ty Bolton gets his first varsity carry, and he's going to get about a yard on that carry, take it across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. We're going to give Ty credit for 2 yards on that carry. So 2nd and 8 now for the Warriors, inside of 4 minutes here from Valentine.
Looks like we got
Nathan Smither in the
boy from Clearfield. Locking up here. I'll have to look at my program. Taylor Watzel. Another second-generation player, actually. Locked up.
Yep. Taylor Watzel in the field now, too. He's at an end. Demers under center, calling signals. Handoff up the middle. I believe that handoff was to Matthew Smither.
Zach
Lapsley, freshman Zach Lapsley, number 6, gets his first varsity carry. He's going to get about 3 yards on that carry. It's going to set Winter up about a 3rd and 5 situation. Ball at the 34-yard line. let's give Drew Demers some credit here. He's played a nice game, all aspects of the ball game. And you're coming out here, there's new kids coming in. There's kids that he probably hasn't worked a whole lot with in practice on exchanges. He's getting the snaps from center, and he hasn't had a muffed exchange here on a handoff at all. So things that kind of go overlooked. That's Carter Brickman out there. Now, pardon me. And that is going to be number, is that Bolton?
Yes, Bolton.
Ty Bolton on the carry, and he's going to be stuck in the backfield.
So now he has 0 career yards.
Two carries for negative 2 yards now for Ty. It's going to set up 4th and long for the Warriors. 4th and about 9 at the 30-yard line. By the time this ball is snapped, it's going to be at about the 2-minute mark.
We're going to let Carter throw it here?
Looks like we're punting. Looks like Brozick back to punt. Valentine sends one safety back at about the 40-yard line to field the punt. I think that's Justice Gregg on the snap.
Ooh, nice snap.
Brozick gets a toe into it. It's a high punt. Fielded and fumbled at the 41-yard line. He should have marked down at the 41-yard line. Going to credit Ed Pepple with a demerit.
Yes, I was going to say we're going to make sure to say Ed Pepple's name on that one.
Yep. The Silver Fox has done a great job here as a side judge tonight, but I got to call it for what it is.
Yeah.
I think the knee was down there.
Well, we'll see what the state association says when they grade him out here.
1:30 to go in the ball game. You can tell based on the conversation as well.
Now it's pride time, though. Let's hear the shutout here.
Yep. Valentine probably got about 4 offensive plays here to try to punch one in. They're cross midfield.
There's just the first tackle power. Come on.
Nice job there by the Valentine Badgers. They get about 13 yards on first down. Looks like Bolton in on that tackle, along with number 28, Caleb Brozick. More substitutions coming in for the Warriors. I see number 66 coming on the field. That's Alex Schaefer making his varsity debut as well. So I'm guessing Coach Aker has got just about everybody in on this game, and all the varsity kids, freshmen included, have probably got in on this game now.
Nice play.
Up the middle. That ball's knocked loose. Who got it? I'm having a hard time keeping up here. He gets to the edge. He may score. Nope. He's going to get knocked out of bounds.
Valentine trying to get a play quick in here to get something on the board.
23 seconds to go. The ball's going to be at about the 4-yard line. That's Dylan Eklund.
We're gonna, if they score, I mean that play we got to put an asterisk beside it because we did everything right, and Valentine made a good play. Picked up the ball, get hustling, and
ball got punched out. Noah Eklund, a sophomore.
I think they're going to get it off.
Yep. Get the snap off.
There we go.
And he's going to be tackled in the backfield. The Warriors hold. That's the last play of the ball game. Warriors hold. Preserve that shutout. 52-0 your score. Buddy Aaron will be back in 2 minutes to wrap this game up for you. Another Winter Warrior victory. You're watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior football on WinterWarriorsLive.com.
Little Feller in Winter welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Little Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Little Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Little Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18 or shop online at frontiermotors.com.
Hey sports fans, McDonald's and Winter Warriors Live have teamed up to present the Golden Arches Player of the Game. Each night after the game, go to the Winter Warriors Live page on Facebook. Winter Warriors Live page on Facebook. There you will find a post asking you to vote for the person you felt was the player of the game. Simply cast your vote by commenting with the player's name.
All voting on each game's poll will cease 2 hours after the completion of the game.
So don't waste a minute. Log in and vote. The winner of each night's vote will receive a complimentary value meal from McDonald's. McDonald's, Winter Warriors Live, and the Golden Arches Player of the Game. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. McDonald's is happy to sponsor the Warriors and Lady Warriors on Winter Warriors Live.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Valentine. We're going to wrap this game up, wrap up coverage of Winter Warrior football. Dominating victory for the Warriors, 52-0 your score. We're going to run through the scoring summary again for you real quick. For the Warriors, we may. We're trying to get the software figured out here. Well, what we can tell you is 44-0 was your score at halftime. In the fourth quarter, Cameron Kyle got loose around the right side. He's credited with a 96-yard touchdown run for the Warriors, and that was the final score of the game after the two-point conversion carry by Caleb Brozick. Winner with a couple nice plays there on defense at the end of the game as well. Drew Demers was able to intercept a pass to close out a scoring opportunity. Ty Bolton, freshman, was able to come in, punch a ball loose, and we were able to cover that to stop another one. And then the Warriors, young freshman and sophomore Warriors, able to step up and stop a goal line scoring situation for the last play of the ball game. Winner dominated the ball game statistically with just about 400 yards in total offense. About 360 of those are going to be on the ground. Kyle will be your leading carrier. He can be around 120 yards in carries, but again, 96 of those coming on one long run. I'm not so sure that 96-yard touchdown run might not break a school record as well.
99. Jaden Odell.
Oh, yeah,
Valentine.
Jade went 99. So, yep. I stand corrected.
After a goal line stand.
Yep. On first down after goal line stand.
Yeah,
right.
It would be first down.
Yeah. I know Brad Peters held that record for a long time at 95 yards.
Yeah.
But anytime you have a run of that long, still pretty memorable moment for Mr. Kyle and the team here. Coming to Valentine, getting a 52-0 win, Marty, always a good thing. This is, again, a rivalry game and a win that you want to be able to come away with.
Yeah, and preserving the shutout in a 52-0. From coaching standpoint, you hate to give up touchdowns, but it's not that big a deal. But it's something for our young guys to be prideful about, to hang the zero up there. And my favorite play of the game was Drew Demers pushing hand out down there on the 12 or 15-yard line. Good angle, and never stopped hustling, and then Drew gets paid off with the interception. And it wasn't a gimme interception either. It was a great play on Drew's part. So that's my vote for your Golden Arches Player of the Game.
Yep, and I was just leading into that, Marty. McDonald's sponsoring the Golden Arches Player of the Game. We want you to get on the Facebook page for Winter Warriors Live and register your vote. Get on there, and the player that you think stood out tonight, maybe it was one play that you feel like was a big play. Maybe it was a player whose overall contributions stuck out. But we want your vote, and the young man who gets the most votes will be awarded extra value meal by McDonald's in winter. So that is the McDonald's Golden Arches Player of the Game. We talked about those Harry K keys to the game. We controlled our emotions. We've seen some maturity. We've seen Isaac Nas step up. Great game tonight by young Isaac Nas on offense and defense. Come through with 2 big sacks. Isaac nearly with a nice catch down here. You recognize that he was making calls here, picking up blitzers. Isaac Nas with a nice game as a sophomore. Crockett Korolkowski, the sophomore, he scores on the touchdown. He gets a big sack and force a fumble, if I remember correctly, as well. So
and offensively and blocking in the open field, that one on a touchdown and one on a nice run down here. He's a good ball player.
When I talked about the hidden gems, picks to click, the hidden gems picks to click, I said Brendan Harder and Crockett Krolikowski from those defensive end positions. Brendan was able to get a mid up there and knock down a pass. They did a nice job keeping Jacob Hand between the tackles. And then Isaac Nas come in again at that defensive end spot, did a nice job. So great job by the Winter defensive ends tonight. I'm going to recognize them specifically for the job that they did. And just that attacking Winter defense. You're going to see Jacob Hand is going to come away from this game with 100 yards or just about 100 yards rushing. But he had 10 carries for 19 yards at halftime. Busts off about a 55-yard run. You're going to see that he's got probably 17 carries for around 100 yards in the game. But kind of misleading stats there. Winter really controlled him.
Yeah, did a nice job with him early on, took him out of the game. But we seen he was dangerous too, so that was a great job. And I think coaches had a good game plan, and like I said, that's easy to have a good game plan, but the guys executed it tonight. They played the option well. Offensively, we played well. We had a couple of hiccups with snaps, but those are things that can be fixed. But great execution of the game plan.
Marty, it's time to draw a line in the sand because the schedule gets tough now. Celebrate this win, enjoy this one, but I tell you what, starting tomorrow morning, it's preparation time because Winter gets I would say probably two of the top 3 teams in the state over the next 2 weeks. They host Parkston for homecoming on Friday night. Parkston is the #1 team by voting in the state, and they are the defending state runner-up. They return a ton of talent. They're a darn good football team. I tell you what, if you are in the South Central South Dakota area, you want to come watch some great football, you come to Warrior Field tomorrow night or next Friday night. If you can't make it, you watch that game here on WinterWarriorsLive.com. You're going to see a great football game between not just 2 of the better teams in 11B, but 2 of the best football teams in the state of South Dakota. And we invite you, if you can't make that ball game, we invite you to watch us here on WinterWarriorsLive.com. We're proud to bring you coverage of this game. We're proud to be a part of bringing Winter Warrior athletics to you, and not just athletics, but all activities for the Winter Warriors. We had cheerleading competition on the other day. We're proud to give you graduations, those kind of things too. So a great attribute of our community, and we're carrying Coronation on Thursday night, Jody tells me as well. So if you can't make Coronation, tune in on WinterWarriorsLive.com, and you will be able to catch that as well. Jacob Hand, 14 carries, 93 yards, but again, 55 yards of those on one. Noah Eklund, sophomore, 4 carries, 57 yards. Noah, I'm assuming, would be a younger brother to Dylan. Of course, my son graduated a couple years ago, and I'm guessing his older brother Dylan wore that number 9 jersey. So kind of neat to see those kids and be able to recognize those kind of things as well. Cameron Kyle, 5 carries, 106 for a touchdown. Frazier, 5 carries, 50 and 2 scores. Hassel, 4 for 48 and 1. Harder, 2 carries, 37 yards. Haley, 4 for 31 and 1. Galbraith, 7 for 31 and 1. Dominating fashion for the Warriors offensively. 376 total offensive yards for the Warriors on 42 plays, and we were 1 for 3 for passing. We were 38 yards on that one reception for Harder from Demers. We had 3 fumbles, which fortunately we were able to cover on those exchanges. Valentine had 3 fumbles. They were lost 2 of them. Penalties. Again, we had 2 penalties for 20 yards. Valentine with 5 penalties for 25 yards. So a dominating performance by the Warriors. But like we said, next week, a whole different ball game. It's going to be a great ball game with Winter and Parkston. And then the following week after that, Marty, we get to go out to the hills, play St. Thomas More, another team that's in the top 3 in the rankings in the state of South Dakota. So 2 major tests for the Warriors in the middle of the season.
Yeah, I'm excited for next week. That's going to be a big boys game. Every play is going to be critical. A 3rd and 3 is going to be critical. A punt's going to be critical, and the game might be played as fast as that second half, because I would imagine the ball doesn't get outside the hash marks very often.
Yeah. Last year that was a memorable game. Winter won the game 14-7, but we go down to Parkston in the middle of the second quarter. The storm hits. weather delay for a couple hours, and then they call the game, and they come back on a Saturday afternoon and finish the ball game. Winter able to hold on for a 14-7 win down there at Parkston. So our homecoming game, we get the #1 ranked Parkston Trojans, and so great test for the Warriors. But nice night for Winter here. They go to 3-0 with a 52-0 win over the Valentine Badgers. Again, Marty, can you tell us about that McDonald's Golden Arches player of the game?
Yeah, go to Winter Warriors Live on the Facebook page, right, and you just type in who you thought was the Golden Arches player of the game, and a young man wins a extra value meal.
I don't think there's a wrong answer. A lot of kids that it could be tonight. Nobody that really stands out. Just a great team effort, and you like to see that. So, hey, until next Friday night when Marty and I will be bringing you the Winter Parkston game, we appreciate you joining us. Thank the sponsors, the folks that you see scrolling across the screen, the people that you see the advertisements. Thank them for sponsoring coverage of Winter Warrior athletics and Winter High School activities on winterwarriorslive.com. For Marty Peterson, I'm Bob Connett. Thanks for joining us, and have a great evening and a great weekend. You have been watching and listening to coverage of Winter Warrior football on winterwarriorslive.com.
Moving is hard. So much has happened here. I mean, this was Grace's first home. But this new home, well, it's what we always dreamed about. And it's so exciting to think of what will begin here.
And I will do it for you.
Harry K. Ford in Winter, South Dakota has a large selection of pre-owned Ford Fusions. These cars range in price from $13,000 all the way up to $18,000, starting at only 7,000 miles on some of these units. This is a great car for your new family or fun vehicle. You're going to love the miles per gallon and comfort and class you get. Stop out today and check out these Ford Fusions. Talk to Kevin and the gang, because they won't be there long. Stop out to Frontier Motors and test drive the 2014 Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. The industry's first light-duty diesel engine boasts exceptional torque, reduced CO2 emissions, and the best fuel economy of any full-size pickup. There's no wonder this one's already a legend. Simply put, a gallon of diesel lasts longer than a gallon of gas. At 28 miles per gallon, that means fewer fill-ups day by day and serious savings for you in the long run. That's Frontier Motors in Winter.